let me post this picture in here of where everybody was at the end of the turn, because they're not. Cooper and Jean-Luc aren't quite where they should be. Neither is that deep one.
Well, you can move them, Kyle. Just move them to where they should be.
Okay.
You should have control over. We have universal control here, so.
Oh, so much control.
We can move shit around.
Why there's so much control?
So feel free, Kyle. Do the reset if you like. And Jean-Luc, you need to be thinking about what you're going to do. You have these tendrils of sickly gray smoke things that appear to be alive crawling along the floor towards you. Seem to be several distinct shapes.
The acid in my hand, man.
Oh, how do I move them
around? I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it.
That way back there. But Steve is up here.
I think this dead one's right in front of Johnny Law.
Well, yeah, just go by your picture. Tell me where this other deep one should be, this guy.
Hold on, let me move Jean-Luc and Cooper around here real quick. That's where these guys are at. Let's see. I think this guy, he's right here.
That's what I thought. He was in the face. He's the one who knocked down Johnny, I believe.
That's right. And on the picture I took, this guy's underneath a giant dice.
Speaking of Johnny, all it'll take to get him back up again is a first aid roll. Give him 1 hit point. Be up. He'll be hurting and be awake, please. Or a medicine roll, Tom. A medicine roll will actually do the same thing as first aid. It'll wake him up. It'll give him 3 hits.
Okay. These guys a little bit more, guys. They're almost where they ought to be.
As a matter of fact, I posted a quick rules reference here.
It's basically humping
this
my
is on
face.
all the, like if you have a paper character sheet, this would be at the bottom of it. It's a pretty good little mini explanation of how that works. It's in towards the top of the journal menu here. Rules quick reference. That.
Sean.
Is this from the pulp rules?
I don't believe so. No, these are the standard rules.
Okay.
There are some variations with the pulp rules, though.
The font up here kind of reminded me of that Western book. The Old West
I think it may be off the Old West. Could be.
Okay, that explains it. Okay, cool. I get it.
But we're gonna. I think when we do Western pulp, at least to some. What level of pulp do we want? I'm going to start with medium pulp. Say, want less pulp, more pulp. We'll go to more pulp. The big difference in pulp, guys, is you're not investigator, hero. So you're already considered, like experienced, badass investigator.
Okay.
You don't just start as a muck. You start as a
photographer or a doctor.
Yeah, just like in the old pulp books and the old pulp comics.
Cool.
All right, well, let's go ahead and start. What you gonna do, Jean-Luc?
Okay, so this thing is So this, can I move and throw?
Yes. You can move. You guys can use your rulers. Are
these fire?
Yes, that's kind of two separate fires. So fire bombs were thrown, a Molotov cocktail and some oil. And there's a fire burning up. The flammable liquids on the ground. Yeah, he's partially in the fire. The worm that walks is.
So I'll move there, and I'll throw my vial of acid at the worm that walks. I have a glass vial of hydrochloric acid. I throw it right at it.
Cool. Give me a throw roll.
Man, I gotta say, looking at these deep ones, they've been hitting the gym. They're in good shape.
Pretty buff.
I think I'm gonna have to burn a shit ton of luck here.
They're kind of beefy.
They are
like big. They're bigger than a human. Well, that's a fail. You rolled 95. Out. Okay, roll a d6, Lee. We'll use
I'm
the old
tempted to burn.
We'll use a variation of the old top secret grenade chart.
I'm tempted though to burn all the luck I have and actually have this hit this thing, man.
That's a lot of luck.
Dude,
It's
that
a
might
pretty
be
important guy to take down, though.
Yeah, don't forget you still need to crawl out of here. All right, 1 second.
I do it, man.
Jean-Luc,
right.
Do it, dude.
Wow.
I burn the luck.
Jean-Luc burned 35 luck.
It's a big container of hydrochloric acid.
he had to throw it with both hands. When he produces it, we're not even sure where he was keeping it.
Holy hand grenade!
All right, roll it. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me anyway, Lee. Cute. All right, you hit him square. At least you're pretty sure you did. He's kind of engulfed in flames at the moment. You can see his dark shape kind of within the flames. It looks like he's trying to move out of them. Hit him with the vial of acid. He looks at you with a start. All right, Elisha, it is your turn.
All right, I shoot the deep one near Johnny Law.
All righty, yeah, the one close to you.
Can you use your ruler to show us which one you're shooting at? I'm not sure which one you're shooting at, man.
He said next to Johnny Law.
Yeah, Aiden, you can left click and hold a spot on the map.
That one, okay. But so you moving up? You're way down here, man.
He's probably got a line of sight from there.
He just needs to move the corner. You know, if he moves at all.
Just kind of peek out from behind. No, he's going to rush forward. What kind of weapon do you have there, Aiden?
I have a shotgun.
Of course you do. That's a pump, right?
Yes.
All right, you get one shot at close range like that with a shotgun. I'm going to give you a bonus die, point blank.
All right. Which dice again?
It's the firearms rifle shotgun skill. It says firearms R/S.
Roll the green one twice, Aiden.
You know, or if it's set up, you can click in your weapons table. There, it has all your weapons listed. You can also click the little dice icon for that. Whoa!
Wow.
Wait a minute now. You get one shot. Oh, but you had the bonus die.
I see. Yeah, the bonus die. Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty cool.
Die is the savior.
That's what you would call a critical hit. So normally you would get 2d6 with one barrel of shotgun, but you get essentially double damage. But it's kind of cool in this system because you do your maximum possible damage. 2d, that'd be 12 damage, and then you get to roll your normal damage on top of that. You get 12 plus 2d6. So what?
So it's chin.
So Aiden, at the bottom of your screen there, your little dice macros, click the D6 macro.
Mm-hmm.
And it says how many D6? Put 2. And then just hit enter there. So it's 5, 12, 7 damage. All right. Aiden, would you like to describe how you kill the foul deep one?
I just
pump shotgun
and just shoot him.
All right, so Elisha takes 3 steps forward, aims for the thing's heart, and you see its fucking bones and blood blow out the back of it. Actually knocks it back here towards the fire, and it just lies, gurgling blood out of its mouth there, ground.
I was shooting the other one. No?
Boom! That hurt your eardrums a little bit. See these tendrils of smoke rising up from the ground coming through the fire at you.
Anybody have a
Dr.
plan?
Nelson. And now the beam of the Crystal of Noah is traveling through this sort of silvery gray smoke. You still see the monolith in the distance in the light of the fire.
Is it scorching the monolith?
Yeah, I believe that's what you were doing, right, Tom? The beam is just on the big stone monolith.
Absolutely. I've got one hand with the beam shooting one eye, and the other eye has got my shotgun underneath my trench coat. And I'm this guy right here, and the eyes move independently like a lizard.
Right.
And I'm like, homing in on these guys.
Tom, I'm gonna have to give you a penalty die because you're trying to keep the Crystal of Noah pointed where you're going. So I'm gonna give you a penalty die with the shot.
That was the beauty of the crystal. Remember, I can't miss. I don't have to aim. I can't miss with the.
That is true, but your hands are kind of full. You know, you got the crystal in one hand, you got your shotgun. What is it? I believe it's a double barrel 10 gauge. Is that your weapon of preference?
Hold on. It usually is. But
I'm pretty sure it is.
But today it's an 8 gauge.
It's sawed off, and that's on a leather strap, and it's.
Van Helsing has like these skinny little arms, you know. All right, well, I'm still going to give you a penalty die, dude.
It's a 10 gauge double barrel. Boom, 46 plus 2.
All right, well, let's look at the range here. Okay, you're back here.
You need to move up there if you're doing it.
You can move about 20 feet. I think Dr. Van Helsing's movement a little bit less than the other, so you can move up to about this area here, Tom, if you like.
He's even with the other party members, so he's not hitting anybody with the 10 gauge. That's all I wish.
Base range with a sawed-off shotgun, I think, is 10 yards, about 30 feet. So you're good. This guy right here, at least, is within range of your double barrel.
That's how I shoot.
Alrighty. Both barrels, ice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so you're going to get a penalty die for that. So roll twice to take the lowest result.
Green
Or the worst result. You can click the green one time. Yeah, just roll it twice and take the worst result. Alright, the worst result was a 58. Alright, the shot is wide. Roll a d4 though, Tom, because your crystal seems to be doing some damage to that monolith. You can see the black smoke pouring off the monolith where the beam is hitting it.
Nice, Tom.
Boom. The eye.
Token from the.
And it took damage yesterday too. It took a bunch of damage yesterday.
That's correct. I think you've been doing that for 2 rounds so far.
Absolutely.
I think.
This will be the third.
Jean-Luc, you see this these tendrils of smoke come through the fire, and as they approach you, they become thicker. And there's about 3 or 4 of them, and they're coming at you along the ground like you're in danger of being grabbed by them, but they don't quite get to you. It looks like they're reaching out for you right now. Okay.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah. Barrier up.
No.
More oil on the worm lord.
Fire bombs.
Yep.
All right. Throw the firebomb.
Burn that sweet man.
Furthermore. 1, 2, 4. No, sir.
Bang.
3.
Boom. 47. Let's roll.
Just throw it.
All right, let's multiply the fire here. You can just try to put it right on him, Kyle, assume?
Yeah, yep. And what do I need to roll here? A d6?
Yeah, roll a d6.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Boink.
Now, let's see if he catches on fire.
Yeah, with that, you see the entire thing engulfed in fire. You don't even see him momentarily. Kyle, out of the corner of your eye, you can see up here this altar. It's a kind of a small stone looking, made of stone altar. On top of it is sitting this book. It's a very large book, about 2 feet by 3 feet, gigantic. You can see actually the fire is getting dangerously close to the book. Flames licking up the side of the altar book. Johnny Law's turn.
We have to live to get the book.
Johnny doesn't have to do anything. He's unconscious currently.
I thought that the blood coming out of the deep one would revive him.
Oh, I forgot about that. What the hell are you talking about?
Splashing his face like, what's that? I'm back up.
Yeah, he's got deep one blood like all over him, all over his clothes, all over his face. But
I take a picture of it.
It's infectuated.
Clark, he's laying face down, kind of in the mud at your feet right now. You can see his he's dropped his gun. He looks, as far as you know, he's dead.
Up in your 45, Clark.
Can't really tell if he's breathing yet. All right, Lee. The smoke comes close to you, Jean-Luc, and it moves at you with surprising quickness as it approaches you. It looks like it's trying to grab at your feet. Like to try to fight it back, or would you like to try to dodge?
Let me look here.
You can even flee. Like,
Let me look here.
You're gonna pull out
Okay,
some
so
wizard French dance moves, Lee, and skillfully and beautifully get away from him.
Okay, so it was either fight back or what was the other?
Run away!
dodge or flee. Nice.
Dodge is pretty good. My fight back is decent too. So if I fight back, I suppose I fight back with the spear, right?
Yeah, and I think we're using brawl for that, right? Fighting
Yeah.
brawl.
Okay, so I'll try to do
Are these
that.
things
Yes, sir.
or not purple?
All right, you have to get a better level of success than he does to hit him. What was that, Tom?
Are these things corporal or non-corporal?
It appears to be just tendrils.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Oh,
They're
That's
just
those are
tendrils of
legendary
like dark
rules.
gray smoke, Tom. And they seem to have like this silvery glint within the smoke. Very strange. Looks like living smoke, dude.
Jean-Luc cries out, Tangatu Manu, and stabs.
Stab. That's that kick-ass spear does 1d10, man. Well, 1d10 plus any damage bonus you have.
He stabbed it in its tentacle groin somehow.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you stab it with the spear, Lynn, and you can see the smoke actually tries to move out of the way of your blows as you're swinging the spear at it. And you're kind of frantic. Jean-Luc just kind of stabbing and waving with the spear at the same time, like trying to get the smoke away from his face. But it's hard to actually say if your attacks are effective or not. Another one comes up to you. Well, you're kind of surrounded by this smoke at the moment. All of you others would see this too. You see Jean-Luc over there, and you see these tendrils of smoke kind of whirling and swirling above him and around him, frantically trying to get it to back away from the spear.
Is Silman or Ibn Ghazi that?
Huh? So we're going to do that again, Lee. Smoke tendril attack against fight back or dodge.
Okay.
Lee.
Dodge.
Technically, yeah, it's technically doing a maneuver against you. So go ahead.
Nice.
Boom, again. Okay, roll a d10.
Oh.
All right, so far, Jean-Luc, you're successful in fighting it off. All right, Clark, we're to you. What are you going to do, Sammy? You're kind of in the thick of things
All right.
here. You're the one closest to Jean-Luc, so you have a pretty good view of what's going on, but you also have this, it's about a 7-foot tall looking frog. It looks like a giant frog to you standing on its rear feet. And it's got this nasty looking wooden spear. It appears to be an sharp iron tip on it. Do.
I would say I'm gonna snap a picture, but I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, you got your camera in one hand, your gun in the other.
Is it possible to do
Look
both?
at all these pictures, like they're like
Is it
at
possible?
angles and like of the cooling and then flashes of tentacles.
Yeah, Sam, I'll let you do both if you make a hard photography roll, but let's roll your gun first. So you have a choice. You can take one shot, And you'll get a bonus die for that because it's a point blank range. Or you can take 3 shots, but you get a penalty die with each shot. It's kind of just like wildfire, you know, unloading on it. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna unload on it.
All right. So let's do 3 shots. Why don't you, we're going to roll 3 times. Use the gray button next to firearms. First shot, penalty die at -1 fails. Roll your second shot.
Ooh.
Success. Penalty die. You rolled a 4 and a 45. All right, so roll your damage for the pistol there, Clark. It is 2, I believe.
Or is he just doing 1 shot? I thought he was doing 3.
He is.
It's
We'll roll
1d10,
damage
right?
hit for the second one. 1d, yeah, 1d10 plus 2. 2.
Oh,
Ooh.
That hit slipped out of my hand. I roll that again.
Frog,
Yeah,
you
I
shoot
think
his
that-
frog ear off.
I think that die is cocked.
Yeah, I think that guy's cock. I think you gotta reroll. That's not right.
All right, so you do 3 damage to it. Now roll your third shot, Clark. Good luck. You get a penalty dice. We're looking at -1.
Yeah.
You rolled a 3 and a 70. So with the penalty, we're taking the worst one. 7. Miss on that one.
all right.
My estimation, you have 1 bullet left in your gun, probably.
All right.
Keep that in mind. You can move if you want to. A little bit if you like.
I will definitely move back here.
All right. So it actually turns to you, Clark, facing now. And you see it kind of put its spear aside and it's trying to grab you with a claw. So you raise your gun and you're like pow, 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 right in its face. You hit it right in the jugular, man. You see this blood go spurting out of it. And now we're at smoke number 3. And at that very moment, you're attacked by this tendril of smoke coming out of the firelight to the north there.
Oh no.
So, and you see it out of the corner of your eye, and you turn, you can see these smoky tendrils trying to grab at your feet. So you can fight back, dodge, run away.
I am going to dodge.
Okay.
I roll dodge, right?
Yep. Roll the dodge skill. And die.
Ooh.
You failed to dodge, but it missed. Good.
But 13 luck would. How much luck would make it?
He's clear though.
Did.
It missed its attack roll. So
Oh, I see. I got it. Understood.
This one's supposed. The creature is supposed to be dead. I shot it.
it's this guy right here, Aiden. This
Oh.
is the guy. This is the guy you killed right here.
Oh.
I believe, wasn't it? I thought you were shooting at him.
I turned.
Actually, it was the other guy, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
too far. They were too far to the.
Keep me coming.
Sorry about
Pretty
that.
sure it was the other guy.
No, I moved him back towards the fire when I was describing it. I'm sorry. I thought you stepped up and shot the guy right in front of you. I was using we were looking at the range with the ruler like this. So yeah, that's why I want to do in combat, guys. Click on the ruler tool at the top left of your screen, kind of like a circle with a kind of like a strange looking Q looking icon. If you click on that, you can click and drag on the screen. Get a ruler.
That's why I was saying that shot looked obscure to me. So I don't think he would have had a chance to shoot the guy anyways. He would have had to move over there. You know, the one he shot was the one that you had him shoot that he didn't shoot, but he was probably his only target anyways. So that worked out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and another rule we're going to incorporate situations like this, guys. If you're firing a gun or using a missile weapon against a target that's engaged with something in a melee combat, if there's a melee scuffle going on and you're shooting into it, you get a penalty die for that too.
Okay.
Because you're trying to not hit your buddy, you know. Anyway, all right. So I think we were on number.
It's my turn.
We're almost around.
Ooh, the worm guy. Isn't he dead?
Deep steps up
Is it-
to you, Aloysia,
I don't.
and you
I don't
see
like
it.
that.
You see its kind of slimy, glistening claws reaching for your throat, Aiden. What are you
Oh,
gonna do? Are you gonna fight back, or are you gonna dodge?
I'm going to dodge.
Okay, roll dodge. Now remember, when you roll dodge, guys, you foregoing your next attack.
Okay.
So
Back
go
to
ahead and roll
Moiko's.
dodge.
Am I conscious yet?
Nice, dude.
Not yet.
Sure.
Not yet. Still,
Not
still
yet,
down.
Stuart.
Okay.
No.
Mm.
All right, what'd you get here? Oh, he matched your hard success. But you know what? With ties, dodge wins.
Oh,
Second attack, you gonna dodge again, Aiden?
yes.
Might as well. You've already dodged. Go ahead and roll dodge for the second attack. Oh, we hit by it. You rolled a 44. You did it again.
Nice.
Successfully dodged. Very nice. You live another round. All right, so now it's this guy's turn. The worm that walks.
Acid and fire.
No.
The one who walks is made out of asbestos, apparently.
No, he should be. Oh.
All right, Barrett, you probably see this very clearly from around the corner here. You see your quarry, the thing that you've been chucking fire bombs at, stumble out of the fire. He's completely on fire, and
Yes.
he falls face first on the ground
Yay.
to a heap. You can see the
Yes.
flames licking up from his body.
Okay.
Going to be top of the round. It looks like he's down ground now. Jean-Luc, you're up. You're surrounded by evil, smoky tendrils. You can see, Jean-Luc, from your vantage point, these tendrils of smoke stretch back to the monolith. You notice, surprise, or perhaps your horror, you can see the smoke is actually pouring out of the rock. Give me a sanity check for Jean-Luc.
Tom's still blasting this thing, right?
You heard his 10 gauge go off. Your ears are ringing from it. You can see that. Yes, you can see the beam of light traveling through the smoke. All right, you sanity roll good. All right, what's Jean-Luc gonna do?
Can I move back and stab this thing?
Hell yeah, you're behind it.
Yeah, man, I run right at it and stab it right in the back of the neck.
It doesn't even see you. Yeah, these tendrils of smoke are pretty quick, but you're quicker than they are. So go ahead and move up there and give me an attack. I'm gonna give you a bonus die on that.
Nice.
Nice, dude. You hit the spear. See if you run them through. So 1d10. All right. All right. So Clark and Aloysia, you're in this thing. This thing's right into your faces. Clark, you're kind of like stepping back with your gun. You realize you're probably out of bullets. You got your camera in the other hand. We didn't make your camera roll. Camera goes off, kind of half blinds everybody. And at that moment, you can see Jean-Luc do like a shoulder roll with the spear and run this guy through from behind. You see the spear come, out of his chest. He kind of falls to his side. He's down. Jean-Luc with the coup de grace. Spear of Noah. There's a split second, a moment of relief from everybody. Aloysia, we're back to you. Actually, I'm going to move these guys off of here.
I run away.
You're running away?
Where are you running to?
I'm running back through the pathway.
All right, you can move about 25, 30 feet, I believe. You're a quick one. Quick you are.
That's not the running insanity.
You can move about 30 feet. Run away. And again, a pretty simple way to Here, I know it's sometimes you token.
I can't even click it. Oh wait, no, hold on.
Yeah, I just moved it to the front. It's overlapping a little bit. And again, guys, another kind of quick way of moving. If you select your token, the arrow keys, move. There you go. A little bit further. You can get back there in to that little alcove there if you like.
Sweden goes west of Pomerania, Wismar, Stettin, and the islands of Rügen.
All right, Clark, this smoke is trying, Clark, this smoke is trying to grab you again, dude.
I'm gonna dodge it.
Did you dodge last time as well, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your dodges are still kind of left over now until it's your free dodge. Roll your dodge. Rolls an 89. You're certainly dodging 89. Smoke tube. We're back to you, Tom Van Helsing. You can see the smoke is moving towards you now, towards the mouth of the tunnel where you're standing. And, Clark,
said the source.
Clark, do it, or Sam, do a photography roll for Clark for last turn. Because I said if you got a hard success, you'd be able to take.
Bam.
Boom. Check that skill.
Right.
So yeah, you see the flash go off, Tom. The beam,
Picture.
yeah, the beam of light is still meeting the stone, and it's actually kind of maybe a little hard for you to see through the smoke and fire and shit. But you can see the top lip of the monolith over there on the other side of the cave.
I just want to be clear that I'm shooting the origin of the tentacle, correct? And where the tentacles are coming, the tendrils are coming out.
Yeah, for you, they're definitely coming from that general direction. You haven't realized that they're actually coming out of the stone yet, like Jean-Luc did. As I said, your vision's kind of obscured by the smoke and fire.
But the stone knows, right? The stone knows where to go.
Apparently so. You've been rolling damage dice, haven't you? No.
So that's so I can't see it. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so
let me put it this way, Tom. Let me put it this way. Okay, you kind of get this feeling, this sudden kind of feeling, a sense like it's like a spidey sense kind of thing goes off in your brain, it's an electrical impulse almost, and you almost feel a tug from the crystal in your hand, a tug toward the monolith. What are you doing?
I let the thing go towards the monolith.
It's almost like a magnetic attraction. All right, so go ahead and move. You're a little slow. You can move about 25 feet.
Andrew's probably part his way, right? As long as he's got the crystal in his hand.
The crystal is still trained upon the monolith.
So do I think it'll do more damage if I get closer? Is that what I think?
You don't know. You're just getting sense. You get this sense of some magnetism.
Negate it, yeah. Roll up on
it. Actual crystal home is very strange. To be drawn or attracted, monolith, statue, or something up there.
This side, man.
As the white beam of light, burned hot on the face of the monolith. Still see the black smoke pouring off of it, and smoke's beginning to fill the room now. And there is this chant as well that's almost painful at the point. Loud chant of strange voices echoing the chamber. So, Tom, you could move, about 25 feet, which is about out to this range, out where all the danger is.
Bring some swords, man.
Can I run over here?
You have to run right through the fire, Tom. You can.
No. I go around with the dead body of the worms, spitting on it along the way.
That's too far.
How about, wait. How about right here? I'm trying to gain cover from the fire, so I stay away from the tentacles. Yet get a direct shot.
So you're gonna try to skirt around the blaze there.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Dr. Van Helsing's movement rate is 5, probably because normal man's is 8. By the way, probably because of his 35 strength, his 75 size. You can move more like on this other side over here, Tom. This other side. You can get like right in this little cranny right here between the cave wall and the fire. Right there. That's about as far as you can get.
Still doing damage though to the altar, right?
Yes, all the time training the beam on the altar, and you can feel that magnetic tug almost from the crystal towards that direction. You see the burning heap of what's left of this worm thing on the ground, Tom. It just looks like a dark colored robe, and it's almost completely burnt up by this point.
Hooray!
Appears to be dead,
Excellent.
whatever it was.
Excellent.
It would occur to you
pulling
that
my
it's a high
sword.
protein snack burnt up, ready for eating.
I'm pulling out my sword. I'm letting my shotgun down, hang my leather strap, and I'm pulling my sword, Kane's sword out.
All right, so Dr. Van Helsing kind of hunches over and with his arm extended with the crystal in it and pulls out a sword. Shing! Kind of scurries over along the wall here.
Staring at the worm burn. We'll have to collect your sacred salts later and resurrect you in a hideous way as punishment.
Dr. Van Helsing, you see some of the smoke come up to you towards your left, and you look back and you see the smoke tendrils pursuing you, moving along the wall there. There, we're to you.
Oh wait, did I roll damage? I didn't roll damage.
Oh yes, roll a d4. You're up, Kyle.
Where's Jean Luc?
Nice.
Boom. 4 points. Crack.
That is
Smoke.
nice.
The smoke is now turned into what appears to be flame, where the beam of the crystal is hitting the stone. It looks like it's catching the stone on fire.
Hooray! Where's Jean Luc at? I don't even see him.
He's over here. He's right near Johnny.
Oh, there, I see him. Yeah.
You're next, by the way, Stuart. Johnny's. He needs
Okay.
first aid if he's
Is
going to
this-
be conscious.
I was gonna.
I mean, he's stable. He's not dying, but either somebody's going to have to carry him or somebody's going to have to revive him.
I'm gonna run up with my blessed blade and hack at this thing that's threatening Van Helsing right here
Hacking at the smoke. Okay.
with the blessed
Awesome.
blade. Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Alright.
That way you can concentrate the beam.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sword skill.
Oh well, mine's a hatchet. So or the axe. It's the
Fight.
axe.
Yeah, it's fight for all.
The blessed iron axe. So
All right, it's going to fight back. It's got a 30. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
all right,
it kills itself.
nice.
it kills itself. What's the what damage do I need to roll on that, John?
It rips its balls off.
it did that last time too.
I think the hatchet is.
It's a axe though. Is it?
Oh, it's an
D8?
axe. Oh, it's a wood axe. Yeah, it's a D8.
Leave the tendril in half.
Do I get a bonus? Let's see here.
You do. You get a D4 damage bearer. He's the man.
Let's see. So that's the D8. Oh, that's terrible. And here's the D4.
All right.
4 points.
Thank you. Once again, kind of like Jean-Luc, as you approach these smoky tendrils, that appears to be actual smoke, but it moves like it's alive. And as you're swinging the axe through the air at it, the axe just passes right through it. It doesn't. You're not sure if it has any effect or not. It doesn't seem to make it move differently or anything. It's not moving away. It continues to move towards Dr. Van Helsing, swinging at it. Johnny Law. Johnny, give me a Constitution check.
All right. My guy.
Give a little chance to wake up here and make it.
Constitution. Hold on. Why can't I find it?
I'm gonna mark this smoke. Fumble to attack and make it.
I can't seem to find it. Where's Constitution at?
It's at the top of the sheet with all of your other attributes. Strength.
Oh, there it is. I read that.
Yeah, you can roll right from
Alright,
those
yes, the
boxes up
green
there
one.
too.
Oh,
Alright,
looks
that's
like
a
I fail.
60.
Yay, I'm dying.
68. Well, I was going to give you a chance to kind of wake up on your own there.
Oh, okay.
Try again. What I can give you. All right,
Maybe like-
Jean-Luc, you're in danger of smoke attack. Don't inhale. All right, so it's attacking you, Jean-Luc. What are you doing? I don't think you dodged last turn, so
Back,
choice. You
all the time.
can
Yeah.
fight back, dodge, or flee. It's got a 30% chance. Yeah. Okay, it wins. Ties. The initiator wins on fight rolls. You feel before you see it. You feel something wrap around your ankle of your right leg, and it holds you fast. It begins pulling you upwards. Actually, it's trying to feels like it's trying to pick you up off the ground and carry you. It doesn't seem to be quite strong enough to do that. Southern one moves up and does the same thing. Attacks you. Smoke tendrils. Fight back again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regular success. Success. Nice. All right, it grabs a hold of you as well. So let me do a test here. What is Jean-Luc's size? That is 6. All right, so what it's going to do for each of these, we're going to get a strength test, or just as one, a strength test against your size. Since your size is above 50, it makes so it's a hard success rather than a contested roll. Regular success. What they're trying to do, Lee, is they're trying to pick Jean-Luc up off the ground. They're combining these two beings, trying to combine their efforts to drag you up the dark recesses of the upper cavern. And you can, so they've got you by both ankles at this point. Clark, you see this, Sam. You can see Jean-Luc being attacked by these smoke creatures, and they've got him. He has a look of terror in his eyes right now.
All right.
He's got the Spear of Noah out.
I am going to shoot just one of them because I only got one bullet left.
All right. Give it a go. I'll give you a bonus die for the close. Roll again.
Oh.
It's a good thing you had a bonus die. We'll take the better one. We'll take the 7. So you miss in all the chaos combat. You missed the smoke. But it's hard to even tell if it's even corporeal. It just looks like smoke, but it doesn't move like smoke. It's like an animal.
Yeah.
So
Get a
we've got.
picture?
Got
Does he get a snap picture?
Oh yeah, you want to try to take another picture while you're shooting?
Yeah, sure.
All right. He's winding the camera with one hand.
Oh,
Yay! Awesome, dude.
All right.
We
And
have to
we've
see
got-
that.
And we've got another tendril up here by you, Tom. They seem to be coming after Van Helsing as he appeared out of the tunnel. So Tom, you can fight back with the sword. You can dodge or you flee.
To the altar,
I'm
right?
gonna flee. I want to flee over right here. Flee. Aiming at this thing.
Okay, that's fine. Van Helsing kind of ignores the smoke and continues beyond the flames. He's out of your sight now, Bear. Although these flames are going to begin dying down a little bit. So I'm gonna take this one out.
2 points. Am I doing more damage because I'm closer? Do I see anything else? Am I doing the right thing?
It's hard to tell. I don't know. The crystal seems to like it. It's drawing you nearer and nearer to the monolith.
Roll right up on it, Tom.
Almost as if it's like, yeah, almost as if it wants to be near the monolith.
Dude, it'll negate it, man. Roll right up on it, man.
Bear Van Helsing just disappears behind the smoke and flame, and you find yourself confronted by these horrible, invisible demons, just like the demons that your grandparents used to tell you about. Smoke demon.
The smoke demons. Well, it doesn't seem like. I mean, nothing seems to be working on these smoke things. No blessed blades, no firearms, no nothing.
It's really hard to tell. It's having it all. We're back to the top of the round, Jean-Luc. Oh, Van Helsing, one thing. Oh, the book, Tom. Book on this altar right here. It looks like one side of the book is actually on fire.
Oh, the flames were dying down.
They are.
Don't worry, we could deal with the altar, Tom.
Yeah, they are over here where the flames are burning from liquid on the floor. But the book has caught fire from explosion. So you know. Yeah, right there on the altar. All right, what's Jean-Luc doing? No, you already moved over there. You ran away from the smoke.
The altar, man. It's the only chance to get the book.
Jean-Luc, you're up.
Being menaced by these things, obviously.
You're surrounded. They've got you, man. They've got you by the legs. So you're immobilized right now. You can't move. Do something though.
Got me by the legs, so I can fight back with the spear, right?
You can. You have some options here. You can fight back with the spear, or you could use fight brawl to do a maneuver. Or I'm sorry, it would actually be a strength check if you would like to try to escape from the smoky tundra. Or wait, I take that back. Take that back. Sorry. You're in some serious peril now, okay? Because actually, the way these things, whatever they are, were designed by the brilliant writer who made this, you're kind of fucked right now. There's actually no way that you know of that would allow you to escape the grasp of these smoke monsters right now. But you can fight back. You just can't move. And it's hard to do any kind of hard to do any wrestling maneuvers like headbutts or
what I'll do, man,
headlocks against smoke. You know.
I believe it's the woman. I'll rip out that bag and throw it on it.
Okay.
The bag. On its ass, man.
Oh, that.
All right, so well, give me a dex check, Lee. I'll be generous. You have like a 90 dex, so just roll your dex. Don't roll bad. He gets an extra success. All right, so you reach into inside your shirt, little pocket inside there, and you pull it out, tear open the top of it, and fling it up into the air. It seems to have no effect. Again, it's some sort of metallic-looking powder. It has this smell of herbs and kind of funky smelling stuff. Aloysia, we're to you.
I'm going to run back.
Look at Aloysia go. Smart one. Just kidding. All right, so you're a fast mover. Are you going to move back, or are you going to keep going?
I want to move back.
All right, move. Here, let me
drag what's his name out of there.
You can move into that chamber there, Aiden, if you want.
I want to go back.
Yeah, you can move more than halfway through the chamber if you like. Mm-hmm. You're running back towards the chasm, climbed down into. It's not too far away.
All right.
The chanting grows a little dimmer now from where you are. The chanting obviously comes from this chamber where the monolith is.
I stop right at the passageway. and
Okay.
I wait for my friends. Pump action ready.
Mm-hmm. All right, you stop and you listen. You hear the crackling of fire from the chamber back here where these guys are. It's smoke number 2 is on Clark. He's gonna try to grab you, Sam. Dodge or fight back. Are you with us, Clark?
I don't know.
Give him a
If he-
second. Probably stepped away. Sammy, step away, Tom.
Oh no, he's in another room. Hey Sam, you online? Hold on.
Yeah. I'm up. For
Yeah,
what?
you're being attacked by the smoke tendril, Sam.
What?
You're being attacked by the smoke tendril. Fight back or dodge. Everybody who has fought back so far seems to have no effect on me.
I'm going to fight back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a fighting brawl. What do you have to fight with? Your camera?
Do you have first aid?
I have my gun. I can
All
just
right,
hit him with that.
he pistol whips the smoke demon. Excellent. All right, he failed, you failed, so stand off.
Beat that smoke tender like it owes you money.
Van Helsing,
Sam.
we're back to you, bro. What you gonna do, Tommy?
Sam.
You're standing there. This
Go put
monolith is about. Let me see. Better idea of the size. It's about 3 feet thick, 6 feet wide, and 8 feet high, Tom. So with your vantage point, you can barely see like the tip of the head of Cthulhu atop this monolith. It's pretty high up
Mount
there,
it.
about 8
Mount
feet.
Mount the monolith, Tom. Mount
And
it with you and
you
the crystal.
see the blasphemous images carved into the monolith of such malignance that merely looking at them costs you a sanity point. Lose another sanity point. They appear to be depictions of humanoid things, fish people, and other types of humanoids, like slaughtering humans, women, children, all of them. Be similar to maybe some of the stuff you saw way back in the day down in Bendal Loon. So lose a sanity, and what you gonna do? The crystal does seem to be drawing you towards the monolith still.
Touch the crystal to the monolith, man.
Okay. So here's what I do. Can I leap? I want to leap up onto the altar, closing the book, making noise. Remember how I used to make noise with books when I had my phobia?
Oh yeah.
So
You couldn't help it.
Exactly. So with that skill, I remember it now, and I close the book and slap out the fire, and make a loud noise, and it reminds me of the old days. And then I leap to this thing, and I just like leap as high as I can with the crystal, and I hope the crystal takes me to it. I'm just like,
Okay.
jumping to
Go
it.
ahead and move up to the altar. As I said, the book.
I'm trying to put the fire out.
The book is it's about 1 foot by 2 feet in size. It's about 3 inches thick. It's bound some kind of light colored material. It looks like a hide, some kind. And it looks very, very old. And it lies open on the altar. So you run over there and kind of snap the book closed and kind of start, shaking it, blowing on it.
No.
Yeah.
One big smack, crack. Like
one big smack.
Yeah.
All right, boom. There's like a cloud of sparks. Boom, and you put the fire out.
Exactly.
And at the same time, you're kind of like looking at the monolith, looking at the book, looking at the monolith, looking at the book, because the crystal still has this white beam trained on the monolith right next to you, and you kind of smell the that acrid smoke that's coming off of the monolith as the crystal burns into it. Roll another d4. Damage. All right. We're down here to the 3. All right. Thank you. All right, Bear. We're down here to you. You're being engaged by the smoke demons that your grandpa told you all those stories about.
Okay.
So you can fight back or dodge.
I'm gonna dodge.
Okay. It's got a 30 attack.
I'll mount the crystal touch the crystal to the altar, man.
Please try to remember if you've dodged, guys, because I'm pretty bad sometimes to remember who's dodged. And you shouldn't get an action next. Dodge.
Bear, if you could run up
Nice.
next to me, man. Up near the altar.
You definitely dodge out of the way, Bear.
Yay.
Go ahead, Tom. What
Yeah.
were you saying? What were you saying, Tom?
Well, I was saying, I was Bear. No, Bear, you're good. I was just wondering, Bear, either come up to me in case I fall. I don't want the crystal to be alone. At the same time, we gotta get Stuart. We gotta get first aid to Stuart and wake him up.
Well,
I'm torn.
We gotta negate the altar. We're all gonna die.
Yeah,
That's
take down the
that's
altar
taken
first,
care
man.
of,
If
man.
I died, it's good. Just take down the altar.
All right,
We're
well
all
then.
gonna die, man. If that's not
What a
taken
guy.
care of.
If we can get
It needs
The book if you're dead.
The few here. So.
if we could turn the altar off, dude, the smoke goes away. We can save Johnny Law,
Sure.
and things are good.
Well, you have to be alive to get the book.
Yeah, well, I was hoping closing the book might alter or might break the spell, so that was part of the plan.
Gotcha.
But is the crystal like? As I jump towards the crystal, am I like feel like I'm flying like Superman heading
No,
towards it?
not at all. It's actually a very gentle, almost imperceptible tug, but it is perceptible. You feel the tug in your hand, in your palm, the stone pulling you in the direction of the monolith. And now that you're closer, actually more specifically toward the monolith and up, almost towards the statue, the green stone statue sitting on top of it.
If I let the stone go, do I think it would travel
No.
to it and
No,
connect
it's
to
not
it?
that much force. It's very kind of a weak. You're not even sure if it's real. It could be a mental trick, or something. But you can swear that it's almost like telling you, like it's drawing you near the monolith, nearer and nearer as you get close to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not very strong. Not strong enough so it would actually fly. No.
Okay.
All right, so Barry, you dodge that, and we're back to Bear's turn. Johnny Law's next.
Okay, well, I just dodged. So, can I move over to Dr. Van Helsing?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I do. I'm moving over
All
there
right.
to provide him with an assist. If
Jump through the smoke and run over there.
yeah,
And we're going to be back to Johnny Law. Give me a Constitution roll, Stuart. See if you can wake up. Give those dice some mojo this time.
Can you use luck?
57.
You could use
Yes.
some luck.
Can you,
Yes, you
I
could.
yeah, use luck.
I'll allow it.
Is it worth
gonna be,
burning
what?
the luck, do you think? How
12?
many luck is that? 12?
Well, it would give you 1 hit point. Kind of your eyes would flutter open and it feels like your spleen got pierced, but be alive and able to possibly.
Burn the luck, dude.
It's your chance to
Alright.
survive.
Then again, you are surrounded by smoke demons as well. But yeah.
How do I do luck? I just mark it down.
Yep, you just reduce your luck by 12,
So go to
which put you at what?
43.
Not bad.
43, and I'm at 1? Alright.
I know John Luke's luck is a little lower. No, fortunately.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
So,
we're back to.
It was
Did he
worth it,
shoot?
man. Hydrochloric into the worm's face. So.
No, what happens, Stuart? You get 1 hit point back, so you're at 1 hit point,
Okay.
and your eyes, like I said, your eyes flutter open. You feel this pain in your side; it's almost unbearable, and you're like, you wince. John Luke, you hear him grunt from below. It looks like he's waking up, and you start feeling around on the ground around you for your rifle. You know,
That's what I say. I say run. That's
so
what I tell him
you'll
to
get
do.
to stand up and do something next.
Sounds good.
All right.
Excellent.
The smoke has you, Lee. So Jean Luc, it's gonna be his size was over 50. You need hard roll. Hard success.
Am I rolling here? Fight back or?
No, they're rolling. Another way to do contested rolls in this is, in this instant, I'm rolling their combined strength, 50. And we're rolling against your size. If your size is 50 or under, they need the regular success. And if it's over 50, they need a hard success. They need a hard success. Nope. They're still trying to pull at you and tug at you. So that was 1 and 4. Now we're back to Clark. Clark, you hear the click of your, the slide on your gun sticks, and you're out of bullets. You got your camera in your hand. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna reload.
You're gonna reload, folks, and take a picture too, right?
Oh yeah.
Another photography roll for the hell of it. See how good of a photographer you are. Need a hard success. All right, you take a picture of the ceiling, but you take one nonetheless. You never know, there might be a blurry image of something. Okay, you're reloading your gun. That's going to take a round.
All right.
Number 3. All right, back up here. Smoke moves on you, Bear. So we need a fight back or a dodge.
Dodge.
You get a 30. Dodge. All right, it failed. You failed. You're good. And we're back to the top of the round at Jean-Luc. They've got you, Jean-Luc. I imagine Jean-Luc trying to swing the spear of no at it. It's going through the smoke.
I'll break out the dust of Ibn Ghazi on it.
All right, the stuff that makes it visible.
That's okay. Then I'll fight back.
Okay, go ahead and fight. Actually, you would be better off. Well, actually, fighting back with the spear, right?
Cry out to the Tangatu Manu, run! I scream Noah's name. Run.
Okay. Fortunately, the spear of Noah seems to have no effect on the smoke, Lee. So we're just going to kind of forego rolls against this smoke, guys. It's invulnerable to your attacks. And Jean-Luc, unfortunately, you're held fast. Things that you feel the upward motion as they wrap around your legs and your ankles, and they have you. I would say at this point they have you kind of off your feet, and you're hanging there, just suspended in the air as they're trying to pull you up.
Grab for my rope and my grappling hook.
Okay.
My climbing skills.
All right. Awesome. All right. Looking for something that could receive the grapple.
I'm pulling out the rope and pulling out the grappling hook, and I'm looking.
Cool. All right, Aiden, we're back to you. All right, so you're in this cavern back here. At this point, you can hear the chanting seems to actually be intensifying. The chamber back here where your friends are. What are you doing?
Can I like listen?
Sure. Give me a listen roll. You don't hear anything. You see what you see. The chamber seems to still be empty. As I said, there's kind of like stagnant pools of water on the floor. There's water dripping from the ceiling down the walls. Looking across the chamber, you can barely see the mouth of the chamber over here leading back into the chasm. And you realize that going back to the chasm, it's about a 20-minute climb up out of here. You know that. It's about how long it will take you a little longer to get down, but
I take out my sword and turn back towards the entrance.
All right, that's a good scene.
Where I went.
Yeah, he kind of shines his light at the passage across the way, and then he shined his light back in the passage towards it. Draws a sword. He goes back to save the day, hopefully.
Yes.
All right, you can move back about halfway down that passage.
Oh.
Yep, there's Clark. Looks like he's pulling out a clip for his gun. Pops in another magazine. Kind of fumbling a little bit with the camera, and you see the flash go off again.
Turtle, I will break that camera if you keep taking. It's not helping.
It'll help in my book.
All right, it's going to be a smoke attack on you, Sam. Clark. Fight back, or are you going to dodge?
I am going to dodge.
All right, he's going to dodge this time, folks. All right, go ahead and roll dodge. You dodged. They're not getting great rolls, you guys. That's good. All right, Doc. Back to you. You've got the text in your hand. You've got the book in your right hand, and you've got the crystal in your left hand. Burning to the stone. The smoke is pouring off of it. You're having a little trouble breathing from the acrid smoke that's kind of surrounding you now. What are you doing?
Okay.
You can see the tip of Cthulhu's head statue with Cthulhu at the top.
Can I jump? Touch the crystal?
It's a sheer surface about 8 feet up.
So I drop the book.
Okay, you'll make it.
I drop. That's what.
And he jumps up there.
Yeah. Yes.
I put one eye on the book and I throw the book down on the ground safely here. Right? Or no, I throw it to Bear. And then I jump and I leap up here with my other hand, just reaching out towards it, and I try to grab to the top of this monolith and grab the top and pull myself up.
All right.
The crystal closer to it all the time.
Touching the crystal.
Well, give me a jump.
Altar, right?
Give me a jump roll or a climb roll, Tom. This would be amazing if you pull this off.
Let's see.
Snort a line first.
Yeah. Bear Van Helsing turns towards you and he goes, "Book!" Throws it at you. and then you see him. He stands up on top. He climbs up on top of this altar, which is about 4 feet off the ground, and then he tries to leap from the altar, grab onto the top ledge of the monolith. So it's going to be a jump or a climb roll, whichever you prefer, Tom.
It's
regular
20
success will do.
I'm really tempted to open up your character sheet right now.
It's not too bad.
But it's climb. But climb, I have a check mark, so I've made a successful climb recently. So I've had luck with that one.
It's always luck point. Look at that. Oh,
Your luck, baby.
nice.
You got it.
20,
Nice.
You rolled a 22.
You got it, dude. Burn your luck.
So those 2 luck points will get you up there.
Done and done.
One of the tendrils accidentally helps you up.
He jumps up on a tendril. The tendril gives him a boost.
I said that was lucky.
Awesome. All right, so now, Tom, you leap up there and you grab onto the top ledge with your right hand, and you're trying to pull yourself up to the top of the monolith now.
Okay.
You can feel the crystal now begin to get warm in your hand, and you see a light inside the crystal. The white light in there, it seems to be intensifying now, and it grows brighter, and brighter.
Shindaru.
All right, we're going to go down the way here for 5.
Wow, Sam. No Nani, really?
5 misses because of that fumble. Bear, we're back to you.
Failed me, man.
You hold the book in your hand, Bear. You look down at the book. You realize that the book seems to be bound in human skin.
Oh, nice.
That's something we used to do back in the tribes. So
Maybe. Yeah.
Looks like a school book to me.
And you see
Nothing
some
worse than
strange.
what the Mormons are doing in the mountains.
You see some very strange runes, what appear to be runes, inscribed in the outside cover, in front of it, and you recognize it as what Underbook and the others told you is the relay text, the type of text that you found on the disc of relay, and
okay.
And also on the Ark of Lactose.
I don't spend too much time looking at it because I'm scared it might blow my mind. I shove it in a bag.
Because he's boosting Van Helsing up even further.
School
Yeah.
scares them.
I shove it in my bag and I start moving this way. How far can I get?
About 30. Let me see. Movement.
Oh,
About
man.
30 feet. 35 feet.
Where's the little measurement tool? Let's see here.
Johnny, you're going to be up next.
So 30 feet, I can be right about there. Okay.
Right? All right, so you're moving back towards the others. You can see
Yeah.
Jean-Luc now kind of hanging upside down. You see Johnny Law sit up. It looks like he's conscious. Johnny,
Cool.
we're back to you. You're sitting up now. You see your rifle lying in the mud next to you. And
I
above
pick
you
up
is
my
Jean-Luc. You look up and you see Jean-Luc's face hanging there. He's got the spear of no in his hand. These
The
smoky
grapple.
tendrils have him by the feet, and he's hanging upside down above you.
Oh, okay. Is he unconscious?
No, he's still quite conscious. You see the look in
Strong.
his eyes.
How
strong
far
are you?
above me is he? Can I grab him?
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right,
Make
you grab.
myself useful.
All right, so you're able to kind of grab onto his shirt, with both hands, pulling at him. And these, whatever these
I
smoke
shout,
things
"Hell
are,
yeah."
are strong. They begin pulling back and kind of fighting against
I pull harder.
you. Okay. All right, we're back to this one. Okay, we're back to the roll here, Lee. So they're going to make a strength roll. They can pick you up off the ground. You need a hard success.
Oh,
Johnny, you grasp onto Jean-Luc's shirt,
Yeah.
and you feel the cloth ripping. And you hear the rips, like rip, as the smoke rips Jean-Luc away up into the darkness above you, the upper rooms of the cavern. Jean-Luc, you feel them tugging at you. You feel Johnny grab your shirt. You look back at him, and the look in Jean-Luc's eyes, Johnny, is like someone being eaten by a great white shark, kind of a thing. Like just a look of sheer terror in his eyes as he's ripped away from you up into the dark. Jean-Luc, at this point, you feel nothing. You feel weightless and helpless.
Grappling hook.
Yeah, we'll get to that. All right, when we're back to Clark. Clark, you would also see this nearby. Jean-Luc being ripped away from Johnny. Clark doing. He's got his gun loaded now.
I am going to run over and try to help pull the guy back.
He's too high up there now.
Oh.
Kind of disappeared into the upper reaches of the cavern up there beyond the light of the fire and your flashlight. Okay. Bing! Awesome. You can do some movement too if you like, Clark.
I'm gonna get like right here.
All right, the smoke's coming after you, Bear. You gonna fight back or dodge? Bear?
I'm gonna dodge.
All right, do it. See that these smoky tendrils are hard to deal with.
Are they not dissipating at all?
No.
You gotta touch it to the statue, Tom.
I did touch it.
No,
Well,
you're climbing up there, right?
You just
Haven't
got up
touched
there.
it yet.
Yeah. You haven't really done anything like that
Yeah,
yet.
I haven't touched it yet, man.
Okay.
But
All right.
you gotta touch it.
Okay.
So-
Yes, every step of my body is going towards touching it.
Oh, I know. I can just see this. Dude, you got a 35 strength. This is going to be interesting to see what happens up there at the Monolith. Anyway, Bear, it got a fumble against you. You got a hard success on your dodge. So you deftly, do your shoulder roll out of the way as it's trying to grab you.
Perfect.
I'm going to make it lose its next here. All right, Jean-Luc, we're back to you. Unfortunately,
Try to use my climb and throw my grappling hook.
Yeah, there's not much you can do, and actually you can't really see anything either.
I'll use my climb skill and throw the grappling.
Okay, actually you really can't see anything, Lee, so in a dramatic sort of fashion, I'm going to call for a luck roll now to see if when you throw the grappling hook into the darkness that it catches on anything.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Let's see. Never say never. Don't forget, Jean-Luc is the 15 hit point king here. He's a.
That's not
So-
correct, though. It shouldn't be 45, 41. It should be 7.
Oh, your luck should be 7.
But
Okay.
anyways, I didn't make it, so.
Okay. Well, you throw the grappling hook. Desperation. And you feel, as far as you can tell, you're at least 30, 40 feet up off the ground right now. You really can't see much. You can see like the lights below you. Can't really see anything that the grappling hook would hook onto from your vantage point. So you just make a throw of desperation, and no luck on that. Aloysia, we're back to you.
I charge at the tentacles holding on to Jean-Luc.
Yeah, they're up, way up in this towards the ceiling, Aloysia. There is this smoke right here that's near Clark. If you'd like to take a slash at that.
I try to hack right through it.
Give me an attack roll if you like.
Alright. Like the sword fight?
Yes, the swords go. At the end of this round, everybody's going to have 1 hit from the intense chanting. Spend, I believe, 5 rounds. And it's so bad now that it's bursting your eardrums.
Ooh.
I think I remember, you guys remember me saying that last session that you guys are going to take damage.
I don't think I heard you. My eardrums first.
All right, well, you heard me now. So that sword roll missed, Aiden. And as you chop at it with the sword, you make a nice sideways slash at it. Your sword goes right through it. And you can see that you've gotten its attention. You can see the tendrils down near your legs and feet. You're going to be trying to grasp you here. Oh, that's the one we're on, number 2. So it is going to attack you, Aiden. You can fight back or dodge. Smoky roll. A counter attack, if you will.
Okay, I thought I lost everybody there for a minute. Oh,
Hey.
here we go.
Aiden, you gonna fight back? Or are you gonna dodge?
I'm going to dodge.
Good choice. Alright, go ahead and dodge. Oh, it failed the attack roll. Dodge is not entirely necessary, but if you do make it, make sure you check dodge. Increase it.
I already checked dodge multiple times.
Alright, Tom, we're back to you. You can only check it once, so. Van Helsing
Count
doing
it, Tom.
So you're
Well,
hanging by one hand from the edge of the monolith up there. You've got the crystal in the other hand. And it seems to be getting warm in the palm of your hand, and now it's glowing an increasingly brighter white light from the inside of the crystal.
Okay. All right. As I'm jumping up on this thing,
Go
I'm
ahead.
using my momentum and I'm raising my right arm with the crystal in it, and I'm leaping towards it, trying to touch the thing. It's
Statue?
I'm like climbing, but I'm climbing with my other hand. Use the crystal.
Music is perfect.
I'm touching the idol.
It does.
You're
With
touching
all
the
my-
idol with the crystal. Okay. All right. So you kind of like, well, okay. I think what we're gonna have to do, Tom, is like in order up onto the top of this monolith, you're going to have to momentarily end the effect of the crystal because you need both hands. So I think it seems to me like instinctively what you would do to get up there in this situation is take the crystal into your mouth and then reach your other hand up there and pull yourself up to the top. Remove the crystal from your mouth, touch it to the statue. That sound about right?
Can I
The bad
stick it in my
doctor's got
eye?
Crystal.
No,
Stick it in your eye.
well, no, I got
Is
to
that
touch the. When I'm done, I'll put it in my eye. Forget it.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Like a monocle.
Like I'm not. Yeah.
Like a monocle.
Exactly.
Good one.
I'll talk to the Birdman about it. Let me see if I can borrow it for a while longer.
Dr. Van Helsing, as you touch the crystal to the statue, you see sparks come off of the stone, off of the statue as you touch it to it. And it's almost like a like a flint on steel effect. As you touch it with the crystal, the sparks come off of it, and you move it, and spark like white and pink looking sparks are coming off of it.
Get into it, dude.
Does not seem to be harming it really. And the beam, as I said, has ended for the time being. You could restart the beam if you'd like.
Yes.
Definitely start the beam.
Yes. Restart.
I definitely start the beam. It's one magic point.
You'll sneak here.
Yes, one magic point.
Guys, let's talk about this. It's not doing damage, man. What the hell?
Yeah. Take a moment to think about it.
Well, the crystal's not doing damage just touching it, but is the beam's not on it though?
Well,
It's
he had
definitely
to
an effect.
stop it temporarily in order to climb up on top of the monolith with his
Right.
other hand. So
So
As
yeah,
he's-
start the
As
beam.
he's keep touching it and blast it at the same time, man.
Yeah, point blank that shit, man.
Okay, I pay the magic points, so that's what I do.
all right, it begins to burn into the green stone like a blowtorch.
There you go.
Sparks and fires coming off of it. And you guys down here in the room, like Bear, you may see this. You can see Dr. Van Helsing is now atop the monolith with the white burning hot crystal in his hand burning into the statue now. Number 5 is attacking you, Bear. It's the smoke demons back. 2 of them on you.
All right, dodge.
Alrighty. It's a 30. It gets a hard success this time.
Ooh, that's not good.
Wow. Clutch roll there. Nice. You wily Indian. Bear's good at melee combat, man. You've been making good rolls too. All right, Bear, it's your turn. I believe. Wait a minute. What happened?
What happened? What do you mean?
Turn order's all messed up. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're at Bear.
Smoke is coming up.
I'm moving back here.
Running away, eh?
Hey, I've got the book. We
got
might
the
need
book.
that.
Right.
Sean, is there like
Yes.
a hole the smoke's coming out of?
A hole where?
The smoke and tentacles are coming out of? Like a hole that needs to be plugged? Like
No, it's almost
It's the altar,
mystic-
Tom. Keep it
Yeah, it's
past
like-
the altar.
You can see now that the smoke is like mystically and magically just pouring out of the solid stone for you. Quite weird and amazing.
This
From a
thing, man. Exactly like you're doing.
Some weird science there, Tom. All right, so Bear, is that all you're doing is moving? I
Yeah,
think
just
you-
move.
you
I can't.
dodge.
That's all I can do because I'm a dodging maniac right now.
All right, Johnny, we're back to you. You're up. Jean-Luc is still nowhere to be seen.
You didn't pick it out. I picked it.
Taken by the smoke monsters.
I didn't even know it was there. I found that.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you lose somebody to a smoke monster.
Yeah, we may find out what
I
Jean-Luc.
picked it.
Just like
Fate
sometimes,
is here.
sometimes,
Moment.
sometimes you got a Shuggoth in the party. You just never know.
You just never know. Separate these a little bit. I'm gonna get Jean-Luc just kind of off the map for a moment.
Try to throw the grappling hook again. Singing
Yeah.
French national anthem.
You're singing it loudly so we can hear it echoing through the cave.
Wonderful.
He's still
Try
alive.
to, try to outdo the chanting.
Actually, I'm invoking the Tengatu Manu,
Yeah.
asking for some bird spirit help.
Might not be a bad idea. What else are you gonna do? Try the luck roll again?
I'll
I
do
don't know.
that.
Wait, we're
Hold
getting
on.
to that though. Wait, we'll see.
Right.
It's Johnny's turn right now. Johnny needs to make a decision here. Johnny, you can see Dr. Van Helsing now stands atop the monolith, attacking the statue of the great Cthulhu. Point blank there. The others are standing near you as well. Aloysius is currently being attacked by one of those smoke monsters.
Okay, so what about, was it Jean-Luc who was in the ceiling?
Correct.
getting eaten by smoke or whatever?
He's
Can
been
I still
snatched.
see him, or is
Yeah,
he gone?
no, you can't. He was snatched away, and you're just kind of looking up into the dark reaches of the upper cavern. They took him somewhere up there.
Okay. So who's getting attacked then? Someone's getting attacked?
Yeah, and there's
Near me?
yeah, right next to you, right here. There's a little smoke. There's a smoke monster attacking the Mad Russian here.
Yeah. The
All
only
right,
problem
I'll
is
go
you
ahead.
can't really do anything to him.
That is a problem.
Yeah, there's like nothing is effective on the fucking smoke
Ooh,
monsters.
so-
Only destroying the
Honestly.
altar, dude. Only
You
Tom.
know, yeah. What if
You
know,
hear
can
a
I just-
you hear a screeching voice from up above saying, "Destroy the altar!"
Well, shit. I'm gonna pick up the rifle and I take that blessed bayonet and I'm gonna run that shit right through the altar.
All right, cool.
Bayonet
Can
charges
I-
the altar. That's awesome.
Yeah, no.
Oh, so
Raw!
it's not
Yeah,
the
pretty
sky?
much. Unless, can I reach the actual, like, the idol? Like, the thing on top? Or that's, like, 8 feet up, isn't it?
You can move about 30 feet, so you can get right up to right near where the altar is, in front of the monolith.
Okay.
That's
Can
a-
I
that's
attack it this turn, or is that going to be next turn?
Nope, that's gonna be next turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
I will run up to the monolith.
All right,
Where am I?
this
Like there? About?
yeah, kind of near on the other side of the altar. Fine.
Right there. Okay.
Yep, perfect. All right, this fire is dying out over here now, guys. Only the smoldering remains of the worm that walks remains. Good job, Bear. All right, let's see here. All right, we're back to you, Clark.
Sorry.
Sam, you see your Russian companion being the smoke seems to be trying to grab Aloysius' feet and ankles. And he's like kicking at it and trying to get his shotgun to bear. Clark doing.
I'd take a picture of this.
Okay,
You know-
cool. Actually, Aloysius has a sword out, if I remember. He's got his enchanted blade and, parrying and riposte. Go ahead and take your picture, Clark.
It's the only way.
You can move too if you like. It is kind of
I
close
shall
to
move.
you. All right.
Yeah, move
Man,
away
my
from the
autobiography is going to be a bestseller.
Yeah, get out of here for sure. All right, Jean-Luc, we're back to you. You can feel the air now. It feels as if you're suddenly moving very quickly, like laterally. Feel the tug of these things grabbing onto your legs and feet. And you can feel the rush of air. You seem to be moving at a pretty quick rate of speed. What are you doing?
Again, I'll try to. Well, let me look at my skill sets here for a second.
You're gonna
Sure.
invoke the name of the Birdman. Birdman, save me! Caw, caw, caw!
Do the I definitely do the Noah Nafel Futagen
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, he's chanting.
tonight. Yeah. And I'll throw the invoke for lack
You
of
gonna throw the
it.
grapple? All right, before you roll, see, I almost forgot. At the end of the round, everybody takes 1 hit point from the
Oh, I'm
chanting.
dead again.
Oh shit! Yeah, everybody's gonna take 1 hit point, and this is from the chanting is so overwhelming that it just fills this chamber, and you can almost feel the concussion around you from this chanting. Everybody takes 1 damage, and it's your hearing. Your eardrums are bursting. Feel like the blood coming out of your ears. And Johnny, it's a little too much for you at this point. You trip, you stumble, and here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, you trip,
I
you
hit my
stumble.
head. What?
Yeah, you kind of fall on the top of your rifle, and Clark, I guess he would be right next to you. You know, as you come up behind Johnny, you see him trip, stumble, and he's holding his ears as he's lying on the ground, and he seems semi-conscious at the moment. Jean-Luc, go ahead and give me that.
So I'm
Actually, give me-
again. Oh, am I? Did I take? I take the hit point, right? I'm back at 0.
Yeah, take a hit point. You're essentially unconscious. I was just trying to do a dramatic description there of what happened.
And I'll strike a flare too, Sean, so they can see what happens.
Good idea. All right, Jean-Luc. Here's what happens. Okay, hold on. Here's what happens. So Jean-Luc, you're reaching up over your shoulder, reaching into your pack, trying to pull a flare out. You get it into your hand. You pull it out of your pack. Get ready to light it. And then you feel yourself going to free fall. Feel the tendrils let go of your legs.
Oh.
And you fall.
They don't like light.
Or whatever Van Helsing's doing is finally starting to take effect.
Jean-Luc, when you hit the ground below, you take 6 hit points.
Curse.
We need to light a bunch of fire. We need to get this place lit up.
Jean-Luc, you find yourself up here.
You know, if these things are like shadows, lighting it up, how would they exist without light?
But I'm not close. Okay, cool, man.
Where are you? How come I always can't?
So
oh, there you are.
Peel myself off the floor.
All right, Aiden, we're back to you. Chanted Blade fighting the smoke demon. Blade does not seem to have any effect against this thing, and it's actually trying to grab your legs. Kind of instinctively just kind of kicking at it, trying to get away from it. What are you doing?
I'm just going to rush the altar.
All right, do so. You can move right up to where Clark is up here, where the others are. Johnny. Poor Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's getting fucked, dude.
Johnny's going to need some hospital time if he gets out of here. He's got like 5 broken ribs, a ruptured spleen.
He's still getting up, dude. He's still gonna. His next turn, if he makes that Constitution, if he gets into Constitution,
yeah,
you stand right back up and stab that altar.
Multiple concussion.
That charge, man, awesome.
I'm kind of throwing you a bone, Stuart, with the Constitution rolls. Normally that wouldn't be
I know.
the case, but we'll see. All right, so you run up there,
He's
Elisha.
a military man. He's gonna fight till he drops, pretty much.
I break
Absolutely.
it. I break.
All right.
Oh,
This smoke monster looking at Bear. See the smoke seeping into the tunnel, Bear, coming after you.
All right.
Trying to grab you, dude.
I gotta dodge roll up my
Alrighty.
sleeve for it. Hopefully.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's not good. Not good enough.
All right. Feel the tendrils wrap up your right leg and then your left leg, and they hold you fast.
How many luck points do you have, Kyle?
Luck points?
I burn some. I don't know what. Can you do that?
I'd have to burn 25 of them, man.
He'd have to match an extreme success, and that would be he would need an 11.
Yeah, I'd have to burn 25. I'm gonna wait to see if.
No, you'd burn 11. You would have to burn 11.
No, I'd have to burn 25 to get down to the extreme success.
Yeah, he needs to match the level of a dodge wins on a tie. So he would have to match the extreme success. And those 3 numbers at the top right there, guys, it shows the normal value of the skill, 55, half value of the skill, 27 for a hard success, and an extreme level of the skill, 11 for a fifth the total skill. So he would have needed an 11 for extreme success.
Yeah, that would leave me with...
roll. So
I'm gonna bank on Van Helsing getting this thing done.
All right, so this thing grabs onto it. Let's see if it can lift you, Bear.
I'm pretty heavy.
Okay, now just one of them has a 25 strength.
Oh.
And you are pretty heavy. And roll 25 needs an extreme success.
Its back goes out.
Yeah, truly.
It goes limp, and I kick it away.
Yeah.
I think I should be able to get away. It fumbled, man. Come on, it totally let me go.
All right, Tom, we're back to you.
Hey, can we take like 5 minutes here?
Let's do. Yeah, let's take a quick break.
All right.
All right.
Take 5.
Keep mounting it, Tom.
Yeah.
Don't stop with your fucking of the idol. Awesome combat.
Boom.
No, I can tell you. Okay. Sounds good. Let me know what you said. Alright. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back.
So far. Oh man, a battle. You there, Tom?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
Okay.
What you're doing, man. Mount that thing, dude.
Okay.
Keep doing. Keep.
Better. So, Lee, you think I'm doing the right thing here? What should I be doing?
Yes, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Keep blasting it and touching it right to it, man.
Should I touch?
Absolutely.
Should I
I'm back.
take a beam at the altar? Point it
Absolutely,
at
man. Keep doing damage and touching it to the altar, man, for sure.
Well, am I touching the altar or the statue? What am I? The monolith? What am I touching? Are we calling it the right thing?
Yeah, the statue. Of course, you're blasting the statue with the beam, and you're touching the crystal to it. In there, Tom, and blasting it with the beam.
Are you guys gonna topple this altar?
Man, with my blessed blade, if I can get up there, man, I just got dropped to the ground. I've taken 6 points of damage, but I'm gonna run right up there with my blade and start chopping at it. Yeah, man, that's the answer.
All right.
The right thing, man. You're doing the right thing.
Let me know when everybody's back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
All right.
Aiden's back.
Crazy combat.
Yeah. So we left off with Doctor.
Done.
Oh, my shield's down. That's bad.
All right. So Tom, this crystal in your hand starting to become hot now. Not too hot to touch, but growing warm, very warm, hot, and glowing very brightly now. Almost so bright that it's hard to even look at it.
Awesome.
So, I mean, am I doing the right thing here, Sean? What do I think? Is the stone trying to do its own thing? Am I just letting the stone do it? Or am I actually directing it?
Get into the statue, man, and blasting it at the same time.
It's hard to say, Dr. Van Helsing. This is beyond any science that you learned in medical school. It's it does seem that the crystal is drawn to the statue. As the white light burns into it, you can see that it appears to be doing some maybe superficial damage. But it does seem to be damaging it somewhat. It's etching marks into it, kind of burning black charred marks into the stone. But the crystal, you can feel, is still drawn to the statue where it sits atop this monolith. It's a slight magnetic tug almost, hardly perceptible.
A spot where the crystal's supposed to go on the statue, Sean?
Yeah, see if there's a
Yeah.
place on the statue where you can put this crystal.
Like a hole or something? Or like a...
Doesn't appear to be.
Well, what about just kind of
Let's
let
see.
the crystal let the crystal guide you. Follow its.
Let the crystal guide you. It says.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because this thing's never supposed to miss. So I'm like, is it hitting the right thing? I mean, it's not supposed to miss. Is it?
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Is it in the right place? Did Birdman say anything?
Should I let Van Helsing make an idea roll, guys?
Yes.
He's a pretty
Yeah.
smart guy. For all of his vices and shortcomings, he is pretty smart.
I think the answer is yes.
How about an idea roll, Tom?
All right.
It's an intelligence roll. You have a 70.
Oh!
Nailed it. Dream success. Rolls an 8.
Cocaine kicks in. The cocaine kicks in.
The crack. He feels the crack. Eureka!
Because of the cocaine we fed him last time.
So Van Helsing, you have the crystal in one hand, pointed at the statue, kind of before you, and you're shielding your eyes actually with your other hand, looking at it. It's so bright. You turn your head, you look back, you see your friend standing near the altar below you. Johnny Law lies on the ground. You can see he's bleeding. Looks like he's been very badly wounded. The others are kind of looking up at you, kind of expectantly, kind of expecting you to do something as they're moving towards the monolith. Again, you're about, 8-10 feet off the ground up there. And so you look back and you shield your eyes as you're looking at the crystal, and you feel this sudden compulsion to smash the crystal on the statue. As if it's like a feeling, like you feel the power of the crystal in your hand as it grows warm and grows brighter and brighter, and you just have this compulsion to just smash it against the stone.
I do it.
Do it.
Grenade.
Four people.
All right. So with a mighty yelp,
This
Van
is for
Helsing-
you.
Van Helsing raises the crystal into the air and smashes it up against the statue. And there's this brilliant flash of light that blinds you momentarily. And you all feel this incredible concussive wave emit from the monolith. And everybody is knocked to the ground. And Dr. Van Helsing, I have you roll some dice.
John, Dr. Van Helsing. Very nice.
Roll 3d6, Tom. And this is the damage that Van Helsing is going to take from destroying the crystal on the statue.
Ooh.
11.
Dude, that leaves you 1 hit point.
Oh,
Nice.
Yay!
Wow.
That's how it's done, dude.
Oh.
Van Helsing comes to the win.
So, Tom, yeah, you kind of fall backwards onto your back. And all of you are blind right now, actually. None of you can see anything. You see this white light engulfing the room momentarily, and you can't see anything. And then blackness. Tom, you're lying on your back, and you look at your hand, and you can see it's charred and blackened. And you feel like you're having heart palpitations, and you're having trouble breathing. And you
The
think
cocaine catched up.
yeah, so you kind of like start feeling your body, it's like you feel like something's broken. Maybe several things are broken, but you're alive. All right, so now I need another important roll from everybody.
Oh boy.
Because you can't see, I need a luck roll. Everybody needs to make a luck roll. You're going to be blind for 1d6 days.
Whoa.
Oh no.
No. Oh!
He made it.
All right.
No way. No
Make things,
fucking way.
Wow.
make things interesting here.
That's awesome, Lee. That's amazing.
Holy crap, man.
Dude, that's one for the ages right there.
Crap.
Wow.
Boom!
No way.
How did you make that? I failed mine.
That's insane.
Boom!
Awesome.
Can I get a roll?
I hate to say this.
Sam,
It's
make
just
your
a
luck
matter.
roll.
It's just a matter of luck.
All right, can I get a roll from
Yeah.
Sam too? So Stuart and Aiden, I need you guys to roll a d6 for record keeping. Oh, Clark
Just
makes it too.
1d6?
1d6. That's gonna give. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Oh, nice.
All right, that's gonna give you guys a rough idea on how long this effect is going to last.
Am I blind even if I'm unconscious when this is happening?
That's a good point.
Like I'm on the
Yeah.
ground with
Right.
the shit thoroughly kicked out of me with blood coming out of my ear.
Right.
You know.
Okay. Well, to be determined. We'll see what happens when you wake up. All right. So most of you guys can still see. Those of you who can see immediately notice these smoky tendrils, or the smoke demons bear, seem to have disappeared. They're no longer around.
Just the way the tail remembers.
That's right.
Mm.
Crazed doctor smashes crystal. Smoke goes away.
At this point, this is not over, folks. As you guys are kind of standing there staring, blinking, and you see, smoke coming off of Dr. Van Helsing atop the monolith, the chanting rises to a violent shriek, and your head pounds, and you can't help but reflexively drop whatever's in your hands and cover your ears. I need everybody to lose 1d2 hit points. Actually, I'll roll for those.
My ears bleed more.
You're just a bloody mess, Johnny Law.
Yeah, I'm
You got-
just sitting here, man. I'm more red than anything.
You've got all deep ones blood all over you. Your blood. It's kind of hard to know where the injuries begin, and the splatter from the spaghetti that was all over you is.
Bear, you take 2 damage.
All right.
Van Helsing, you take 2 damage
Oh!
No.
I'm down.
from the shrieking. And I'm going to actually play you guys a sound clip here pretty soon. It's not just basically chanting, it's much worse. So that was Van Helsing. Next is Lee. Jean-Luc loses 2. Sam Clark loses 1. And Stuart, well, you don't lose any because you're at 0. So you're good. There are no negative hit points in here, thankfully. You are, however,
Alright.
unconscious.
Sam, you're playing a game?
Yes.
Looks
But,
like we're all going to get to practice first aid scores.
I think so. So essentially, we're out of initiative right now.
I know.
And after the chanting, well, actually, I'm going to place you guys something. Check this out. Turn up your
How
sound a
much
little
damage
bit.
did I take?
Turn it up. Oh, hang tight.
Oh, Aiden, did I not tell you how much Aloysia took?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do one more roll here.
You don't have to do that.
I appreciate your honesty, Aiden. All right, so you have blood pouring out of your ears. You take 1 point damage, and you can hear the chanting begin to. It's kind of hard to describe. It seems now changed. You can hear like directions chanting is coming from. It's coming from over there, and then it's coming from over there, and then you begin to hear the voices begin to twist and modulate, where the voices no longer sound human, and you begin hearing the sound, just a cacophony of sounds, crying babies, a woman crying, along with the chants that you were hearing before. It's actually similar to what the group heard back in Boston. I'm going to play this for you. And I'm sorry if I blow out your eardrums, but just for flavor here.
Can I find out where this?
It's coming from that direction. No, wait, it's coming from that direction. No, it's coming from behind you. It's coming from all directions. After a few moments, the light from the flash and the noise begins to die away. And you can see now, through the smoke up atop the monolith, that the statue of Cthulhu is a blackened pile of molten rock.
Yes.
Yes.
I take a picture of it.
You do. Kind of step atop the altar to get a good shot.
I am blind, so I just like stumble back, fell
Right.
over.
Right. You probably almost can't help but say, like, I can't see, you know? Hands covering your eyes. All right, so now we're out of initiative. You guys can pretty much do what you want to do at this point.
Over to Dr. Van Helsing and attempt first aid. Who's got a good first aid? Who needs
I got
first
a
aid?
45.
My
I
first
got
aid
a
is terrible,
45.
but I will attempt first aid on whoever needs it.
Yeah, whoever's got the high. I only have a 30. Whoever's got
I
the
have a
highest.
30, yeah, but I'm going to attempt it anyways.
I got a
No.
35.
Yeah, so now 2 people can team up, and that way whoever rolls gets a bonus die. That's the way you want to do it.
Who said they had a 45 on the first aid?
I have a 35.
I have a,
Stuart or
I have a 45.
I have a 71. If I can wake up, I can do more
So-
first aid.
right?
Alright,
So,
let's
so,
get the
so
doctor up.
Let's get the doctor.
Yeah, so Bear, we'll say you kind of give Clark a leg up to get the doctor up off of the monolith, conscious. You guys get him down onto the ground. And he looks like he's badly burned. It looks like his left arm may be broken. Doesn't
first
look right.
aid, boys.
It's at a weird angle.
Do the first aid, man.
So yeah, whoever has the better first aid skill, go ahead and roll, and you'll get a bonus die. So you can actually roll again, Sam. We'll take the better result. Not that it really matters, but check first aid as well. So Tom, that's going to give Van Helsing 1 hit point. It's going to revive him somewhat. But you're in intense pain right now, dude. You got 1 hit point. You do feel like your left arm that was holding Crystal, you feel like it's broken. Broke some of your hand bones, perhaps some others. And your hand is also badly burned.
I yell to them that I have a first aid kit in my backpack.
Am I able to administer first aid, or am I too incapacitated with my injuries?
No,
I've got a dose of morphine on me. I asked the doctor if he wants me to administer that to him.
I
I'm already tying a strap around my arm.
Yeah, he sits up.
I'm already hitting the vein. I'm hitting the vein. Yeah, man. Oh,
he sits up. He pulls out his medical bag. Scalpel.
All right, I'll save my morphine then.
I throw my first aid towards wherever, like, this doctor.
Well, how about somebody gives Johnny first aid?
I'll do it.
He's probably in just as bad or worse shape.
If Van Helsing's conscious, he can do first aid, right?
Yes.
But I'll assist him.
Yeah, actually, medicine. Whichever's a better skill, a higher level skill, I would use.
I have a 78. So I have a 78 in medicine.
All right, do it. Yeah, I'm not going to allow a bonus die on that because nobody else is a medical doctor. Try the medicine. Oh, jeez. It rolls an 85, Tom.
Sammy, why don't you try to give him first aid? You've got a 45, right?
Yeah, I will attempt.
Too much.
Shot, man.
Van Helsing got a little too much.
Damn, baby. Make sure you mark that off. That's good.
I definitely did.
Excellent.
Is there, like, anyone that can, like cure me of my blindness?
Can I do first aid on him? Like, tell him wrap up his eyes, and we'll wrap it up with gauze and open him in the morning.
Yeah, you inspect him. You shine your flashlight into his eyes. His pupils are completely dilated. It could be just some kind of it's probably some kind of temporary, shock on the corneas. You realize, so his vision may come back, but you really have no way of knowing by examining him. So Johnny, you're back up. You have 1 hit point. Stuart, I don't think I can hear you on mic. I can hear you from across the room, but I can't hear your mic. Johnny's back to 1 hit point. So he wakes up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah,
Johnny's
sorry.
in worse condition, I would say, than Van Helsing. Johnny's got several broken ribs, possibly like a collapsed lung, having trouble breathing.
We gotta go. Yeah, yes, do first aid on everybody, and then let's get out of here. And
then first before we leave, babe, we'll spot hidden in this room. We'll search this room really. And we'll bail.
Yeah, looking around sounds like a plan. And anybody who has lost hit points, you can do a first aid roll on them to give them 1 hit point back. So you bind up any wounds they have, or
so somebody come and give me some first aid.
Somebody needs to set Clark's broken pinky thing.
Somebody guide me because I can't see shit.
That's right.
First aid.
Johnny Law just got fucked, man.
Have the luck to burn, Tom?
Oh!
Dude, Sam's a freaking medic over here, man.
Healer, man. You're the cleric.
Holy!
Oh.
Who was that on? Who was that roll for?
That was for setting the broken pinky.
Oh, the broken pinky on yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
No,
he just kind of looks at it and puts it back.
All right, you're only down 1 hit point. I was going to say get 2 hit points back for the critical. All right, you set the pinky like a pro. Pull out your...
I'm the better doctor in the house.
All right.
Yeah, but nobody's better at crushing up crystals.
All right, so you're back to 9 hit points. Back up to full.
Who had the broken arm, or didn't somebody leave? Was that John Luke?
Yeah, Jean-Luc has been battered and beat up pretty badly. He's probably got some broken bones too, bleeding.
Do a first aid on me, Tom.
I can burn those 4 luck points, and then be successful. I rolled a 76 out of 71. That's I was trying to heal you, Lee. I thought.
Why don't you use that failure on me, because I've only lost 3 points, and you can re-roll for Lee.
Yeah, there you go. Patch him up, Doc. Roll again.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Tom.
First thing he does is give you some morphine. That'll make you feel better.
Thank you, Doctor.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. First aid, hard success. There you go, Lee. You get 1 hit point back.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Well, Sammy, why don't you try to Do first aid on me after you finish working on your finger. Perfect.
I decide I don't want to go that hard, but I'll give you a success.
All right.
All right. As you guys are patching up and looking around, you're able to search this cavern pretty thoroughly. But unfortunately, other than the monolith, the altar, and the melted statue, really not much to find in here. You guys take a look. You look for secret compartments. Check, under every rock.
Altar doesn't move.
Altar does not move. You estimate that altar probably weighs nearly a ton. The monolith itself, 5 times that, more.
Dynamite do you have there, and how much fuse do we have? Can we set a super long fuse and climb out of here?
Yeah.
Says Jean-Luc.
There you go.
But we should destroy this whole altar, man. If you have 36 dynamite, we'll put it here, and then we'll drag the fuse out with it as we climb up. I'll climb up first, use my climb skill. I'll do the safety lines.
Before we destroy it, everyone pose for a picture, and I want everyone to look to the left, except for Van Helsing. I want you to look to the right.
All right.
Listen, I really don't think you really.
I'm just very confused with what's going on.
I'm on board.
To the right instead.
I'm on board, but you're gonna have to walk me to where I'm supposed to stand.
Yeah, Clark.
Get me behind the wheel. I'll get you where I need to go.
Clark looks at Johnny and he gives that kind of hand signal to lift your chin up, chin up, but chin up. Thank you.
I tried to turn to the left and right.
Awesome, man.
Very confused.
All right, so you take a picture that will probably grace the front pages of the annals of, what are you guys, the Knights of the Resurrection? Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah, man. That's right, we've got our whole organization.
And Malta, that's right. Shouldn't the Navy be showing up soon?
Wonders, Dr. Van Helsing.
You don't need them.
Who needs the Navy, man? We solved this problem.
I thought the Pope was coming. Well, that's true. I have a feeling it's not over yet, though.
Just as you say that, Tom, the ground shakes, rumbles for a few moments, and then subsides.
I think they've completed.
See?
We'll follow the safety lines up, man. We'll climb up out of here.
Yeah,
I like the idea of leaving a trail of dynamite. Let's.
We definitely put the 30 sticks. How many do you have, Kyle? 25, 30. What do you got?
You dry.
I think I had 12 sticks.
Drag me off.
Yeah.
12 sticks.
Yeah, Bear's got 2 bundles of dynamite with with plenty of fuse.
I have
6 sticks. Pitch in.
Yep,
I just give them all my explosives.
There's another bundle.
So we're blowing up the monolith and the altar, or both?
By the way, 1 stick of dynamite does, I believe, 5d6.
Monolith is slag, man. You destroyed it. So we'll attach it all around the altar, man, and we'll lead the fuse all the way up as we climb out.
All right, the ground rumbles a couple more times when you guys take the time to do that, but it seems to subside fairly quickly after 5 seconds. So,
are the army guys or the Marines there waiting for us?
Well, yeah, we're gonna climb up out of the chasm, I suppose.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, man.
Go back over here.
Was that Spock?
Wait, what?
Did we hear a boom? Did we hear a big boom?
Yeah, as you guys get out to where the chasm is, you feel the explosion as well as hear it. And those of you who see nothing. But after a little bit, after about 20 seconds, you see the dust and the smoke come rolling out of the tunnel that leads towards the room where the monolith was. And you guys are like, oh. But yeah, it
we all feel better, man. We all feel better, don't we?
I would say yes.
Do we feel sanely better?
I think we might at the end of the session. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. And gain Cthulhu Mythos?
Maybe.
Cool.
And stop our ears from bleeding.
You guys do possess the book of the crawling one. Who knows what that is?
Creepy crawly.
I just hear it and I'm like, I don't understand.
Bound in human flesh in front of an altar. This sounds a lot like a. I mean, just a hunch.
It sounds a lot like a what you faded out there.
Necronomicon.
It would be your.
I think it's the Raleigh text, right?
Yeah, it is the
At least it had that kind of rough.
Dr. Underbook described to us.
You guys made the connection. And that's probably what it is.
Which is
No.
great.
Raleigh?
Now we have that and they don't.
Yeah, Dr. Underbook explained that he had partially deciphered, a lot of this Raleigh text language that he had researched in the Necronomicon that was written on the Disc of Raleigh and the Ark of Lactos, and that's how he was able to put together the reverse version of the spell to sink the island of Raleigh. And he had mentioned that the Necronomicon talks about a book called, or actually they were stone tablets that they referred to as the Raleigh text, which also held the key to the type of magic, and didn't really know too much about it, just that it was mentioned in the Necronomicon. But the writing on the cover of this book and on the inside of it is very, very similar, if not the same as the text that was found on the disc of the Ark. You haven't really had a chance to look at it too much yet, though. We can do that once you guys get out of the crater. Once you guys climb up out of the crater and you come out to the cave mouth, where all this human skulls and strange tentacled faces are carved into the rock, you begin moving down the side of the volcano. You can see that the encampment that you guys had made where the soldiers are, they're not there anymore. You guys see, you're sure that's where they were, but it's been over an hour, since you guys came in here. But they're now gone, apparently. And it is the afternoon of December 19th. So once you guys get off the volcano, what are you going to do?
Did they leave us a car?
Nope. No,
No?
They had brought you up here in a truck, or like a Jeep. Not there anymore.
Bastards.
All 12 of them are gone. They've left.
Some sheep and ride them back into town.
Yep.
You guys going to check out the encampment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Is there blood all over the place?
Might as well. It's on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, once you get down to the encampment, you realize that actually they didn't just simply leave. It looks like there was some kind of skirmish down here. You can see some shell casings. Find some spatters of blood. See the tire tracks of the truck driving off almost straight east, kind of in a different direction that you guys came in.
They stole the truck.
Kind of goes up and over a hill. But yes, there is signs of a fight or a struggle that occurred here not too long ago.
Well, we'll just search around for a while, and then we got to head back to town, boys.
Sure.
You're
Let's
just dragging me.
get a spot hidden while we have a chance.
Yep, I was hoping that would be the case.
I can't do one of them.
Everybody can roll spot hidden.
Me?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
even you. Ooh, I find the shit out of whatever's there with that extreme roll. You find disappointment.
You find a 2,000-pound snake.
Oh shit! I put it back.
All right, Bear. Kind of look. You're looking around the perimeter of the encampment, and nearby there's sort of this ditch that goes down. In the bottom of the ditch, you can see one of the soldiers lying face down, and on his back, it seems as if something had ripped through the back of his uniform with like a clawed hand. Something. You can see 4 distinct claw marks in this guy's back that's torn through his bone and his flesh. It looks like he fell face first down into this ditch.
Come take a picture of this guy with these claw marks in his back, would you?
And Aiden, you find lying on the ground near the encampment what appears to be a 3-inch long tooth or claw of some kind. Looks like it's from an animal, wild animal.
How can I see it? I'm blind.
Oh yeah, you're blind.
So I just trip over this thing.
So you guys who are blind, just ignore those spot hidden rolls, please. You can uncheck that skill. Thank you. Sorry.
I just trip over it. Let's just say I just trip over it.
So you find it that way.
Just find an appropriate symbol here for blindness. Put it on your token so I don't forget it. So Bear will just say that you also find near that ditch what appears to be a tooth or a claw of an animal.
Okay.
You have natural world, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead and roll.
All right.
See.
Nice. It's been a banner night for my rolls here.
You are blind, and you are blind. Ooh, another hard success. Damn, Kyle, you're on fire, dude.
I have had a great night rolling, yes.
It's about the size you would expect from a bear claw, brown bear, like a grizzly bear, big bear, but it's not a bear claw. It's something else. It looks more akin to a bird, perhaps a talon.
Oh, we saw one of those haunting horrors flying the other night.
We saw something flying. We don't know what it was.
Mm.
It could have been the Birdman.
Whatever it was big, if it had a talon this size, it was good. It was a big size bird, bigger than any bird you've seen.
I show the party the body and the bird thing, and ask Cooper if he wants to take pictures of all this stuff.
I can't see a thing.
I tell Lucia I'll show him later when he's finished.
I'm sure.
Blind.
Well, I'm sure Cooper's right on that with the camera.
Cooper's taking pictures for sure.
Actually, Clark, you're getting a little low on film. Point. You're gonna have to get some more back on the boat.
Okay.
All right, so here we are up here in the Ranu Rarku volcano here.
Would reload my pistol, put a fresh clip in it, man.
Alrighty.
Got the flask and offer everybody a drink.
I reloaded my shotgun.
Yeah.
Do a line. Let's head back to town.
Yeah, some of you guys are pretty banged up, man. Not feeling great. I mean, in fact, realistically, you guys need to think like all, Van Helsing, Johnny especially, you guys need medical care. Like, seriously.
That's our main focus, to get back to the garrison and get medical care for Van Helsing and whoever else is severely injured.
Yeah, and Jean-Luc too, he got hurt pretty bad as well. So you guys going to start trekking it back to the village, or where are you going to go?
Yeah, back to the village.
Okay.
I think that's where we need to get some place where we can lay up and get an assist.
All right.
Where?
Medical area in the garrison, man.
All right, so about halfway through the journey, things start slowing down a little bit. You guys are suffering pretty bad, but eventually, you can see Hangaroa village, distance on the shore there. And by this time, it's late afternoon, about 5 p.m. And as you kind of just stumble into the village, you go back to the house family that you're staying. I assume that's kind of your headquarters. And they greet you, with questions. Like, what has happened?
You need to talk to the captain and let him know what happened, man.
Yeah, the wife is like looking at Johnny, looking at his wounds and stuff, and Johnny's kind of holding his ribs, and having trouble keeping his eyes open. Can't even see.
Bear says no sheep were injured.
You go get the help in the military, man.
Well, they've definitely lost some guys. It should be a pretty easy sell, but they're pretty afraid to go with us anyways.
Tell the captain what happened.
Yeah, we got to do that.
And we still haven't got what's his name. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Do they have a copy of the spell? Can they still
But
raise
remember, you know, we dealt with the cave issue, but now there's the ceremony up at the monoliths.
There's one thing that I may have forgotten here. When you guys finish searching the encampment, as you're leaving and heading down this road, kind of off to the west, and you're leaving, you look back to the volcano.
Yeah.
And you see several of the moai stone head statues on the slopes of the volcano, and particularly the ones that you guys had inspected, the ones that were perfect condition, the scorch marks. They have crumbled.
And then we kind of.
You can see through your binoculars, Bear, looking at it, that they've crumbled into dust.
Ooh.
I thought we like burned through one of them.
Tried. Yeah.
Yeah. I let the party know.
That's
They-
awesome.
Yeah, they seem to.
Three of the moai have crumbled into dust.
Yes. So yeah, and this is the mountain up here, or the cave of the evil god. That's where the lights were coming from.
Send up a cheer, Kazaa.
Yeah. Okay, so we can so you guys wanted to tell Captain Pereira, is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Who's going to tell Captain Pereira?
The doctor will.
Persuade.
Oh man.
Oh, be a persuade.
He's got the best persuade, man.
Let's see. It's not the doctor. I don't think he's got as much charisma as Bear.
Social skills may come in handy, although Pereira has become somewhat of an ally now that the Vatican has gotten involved.
Yeah.
He
Does
is
anybody have a decent persuade skill?
He is a government employee.
I don't have any skills worth talking about with this. Jean-Luc, what's your stuff? Alicia, what's yours?
Yeah, we're talking.
Nothing worth for persuade.
Social skills are things like charm, persuade, intimidate, fast talk.
I can't. This is my character sheet.
I think Clark's a reporter. I think he has some fast talk. He does. Clark has a 45 fast talk.
Perfect. Use him.
Also a 55 persuade.
Papa Bristow, make that roll.
It's from out there getting those scoops.
Yeah, people can't control themselves. I gave them all the information. I don't know why.
Clark, you there?
No, Clark is not there, man.
I don't think so.
Clark is faded on. He made his amazing first aid rolls and was like dropped the mic and walked away.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I was hoping for a brief role playing opportunity there. That's okay. So what we'll do, we'll just have Clark talk to Pereira. Maybe showing him some pictures would be helpful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Actually they'd have to be developed, but so we'll say Clark talks to Pereira, kind of lets him know what happened. Maybe doesn't give him all the details. I mean, I guess we should figure out what exactly are we telling Pereira.
Hold on for a minute. Oh.
Or how much do you want to tell him, I should say? Tell him everything?
My mic is not working.
There's an awkward moment of silence there. Oops, that was first aid.
My mic.
Oh. I'm gonna reload. Or actually, what happened there?
Sammy's having trouble with his mic, so he can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
My mic
And actually,
is not working.
I'm having trouble too.
It could just be a little hiccup or something.
My D20's wearing out.
And if you have problems, you can Discord, you can hit disconnect there at the right where it says voice connected. There's a little phone icon button. You can disconnect and then click back into the game voice room. See if that works.
Okay.
Reload, basically.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I can
very
hear you.
well.
Here you go.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, sorry, the headset I was using didn't work. The mic was dead.
Ah,
Well, that mic sounds pretty good. It's loud and clear there.
yeah, that is good. I feel
All right.
like I'm already getting persuaded.
So, Sam Clark, you've been elected to talk to Captain Pereira about what happened, I guess.
All right. Should I
So what
use
do
my
you tell
first,
him?
or should I use my persuade skill?
Well, as you walk into his office, he seems pretty busy at the moment. Looks like he's going through some telegrams and he's talking to his radio operator. As you come walking in, and
You're like
he sees all our wounds, doesn't he?
yeah, he looks at your hand, at your broken pinky finger that's in a splint. He says, "What happened to you?"
I got in a fight.
Not with one of the
Noted.
ranchers. Not with one of the ranchers, I hope. Looks at you sternly.
No, sir.
Where are your friends?
Just outside the door.
We pile in, man, all broken and
Okay.
effed up, dude.
Are any of them hurt as you guys all come in?
Yes, 2 of them.
2 of them are blind, using sticks with a red tip on them.
Okay. Well, suddenly he looks somewhat alarmed, and he says, "Gentlemen, what has happened?"
So Clark relays the story, man.
All right.
Vince doesn't believe us.
No, he doesn't
crazy
believe
battle.
you. He doesn't believe you at first, but as you get into the story and tell him about this monolith underneath the volcano, he gets this more interested look, and he's very interested in what you have to say. And essentially, after hearing that, he looks kind of frightened, and he gets a little quiet, and he says, "What do we do now?"
We looked for that.
How many men did we lose? He says. You're like 12 probably or more, and he's like, "Oh my God."
But the evil's been destroyed.
This is your ticket off this island, man. Off this horrible rock. If we can defeat this evil.
He says, "Then should we leave?" He says,
"Is the naval vessel? We're getting reinforcements from the sea, right?"
He says, "The next regular transport doesn't arrive for 2 weeks." Excuse me. But the O'Higgins is due. The O'Higgins is due in 2 days.
Days. Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, well, obviously these cultists are definitely been planning.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he looks at you, Lee. He says, "But Jean-Luc, we could take the Esmeralda."
True.
Referring to your ship.
Yeah, that's true. We could.
Have we spotted that one cultist guy? What's his name? I can't think of it. Scott or what's
Stanford?
Stanford, man.
Yeah. Has Stanford not shown up yet?
Spoiler.
He says, "We've had no news on Carl Stanford. In fact, the last word we got was the departure of the O'Higgins 2 days ago. I haven't received any telegrams from the consulate. We've been trying to contact them. No news on Stanford."
But there's a boat coming this way, but you have lost contact with them?
Not necessarily. We haven't received any contact from the O'Higgins. By the way, guys, the O'Higgins is a Chilean cruiser that's been sent by the Chilean government. It's supposed to arrive, but he says he hasn't received any word. He just knows from the last communication that they're due to arrive on December 21st, 2 days from now. Says perhaps we should evacuate, and he starts getting really nervous and even more fearful. He's being panicked mode.
We have to deal with this this problem.
What, to
We've
deal with
destroyed
death
evil.
and murder?
We destroyed the evil. We destroyed the evil cult. We destroyed the evil temple and the idol.
He says, gentlemen, I suggest we let the Chilean military handle it here on out, and let's get the hell out of here, says.
Really want to be stuck on this island for your whole life? Because you know if we don't solve this problem, that's exactly what's going to happen.
No, he says, and he bangs the table. And he says, I want to leave.
Don't you want to be back in wonderful, in the city? Right, so the only way that's going to happen is if we deal with this.
I whisper to a bear, can we bribe him? Even though I'm blind.
I don't think we should try to bribe this guy. Alicia, he doesn't have the Russian political game down.
Yeah, he's not good. You can't buy him.
Oh, but he does want to. He does want to get off. He does want to get off this rock, man. That's my point. I mean, the best.
If we all left and got on a boat and started heading towards the military ship coming, what are the odds we'll bump into what's the Carl Stanford? I mean, this isn't Riley, right? Raleigh? I mean, Raleigh's out in the ocean somewhere. It's got to be somewhere nearby, right?
Correct. Well, yeah, relatively. It's a big ocean.
Well, you would think though that these
does the book tell us
hold on. You would think that these Moai that were up on this mountain, right, up on this crest, that they were doing these sacrifices to that we just destroyed out, right? Weren't they, Sean?
Actually, they were the only Moai on the volcano that were facing inward toward the island, facing to the west.
They were facing west. So maybe the island is to the west.
Yeah,
that's just a crazy thing, right?
And as a note, Underbook's guess was that Stanford and the other lords of the Silver Twilight have been trying to obtain the location of the island where the tomb of Cthulhu lies.
Maybe we start paging through this book, yeah.
Can we do some Cthulhu rolls? Look at the book and try to...
Here, I gotta step away just for a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Sure, let's do that. What's readily apparent, I would think perhaps among you, Dr. Van Helsing would be the most booked point. So we'll say that Dr. Van Helsing decides to examine the book there in Pereira's office. How about that? As you guys are milling about, waiting for the next telegram to come in. Tom, as I said, the book is bound in human flesh upon closer inspection. Although it looks quite old, and the skin is kind of flaking off or peeling away the edges of the book. And what's readily apparent when you first open it, that there appear to be partial translations written between lines and in the margins of the book. These translations appear to be in Latin.
All right, I'm back.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're a medical doctor. I believe you know some Latin, right?
I do know Latin. I know it very well, actually. I have a 65 in it.
Okay.
You're on it.
So you begin kind of skimming through it, and some of the translations lead you to believe that this text, whatever it is, really can't identify it. Well, actually, give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll if anybody has any Cthulhu Mythos. See if you can actually affirm the identity of this book. I think Van Helsing has Cthulhu Mythos. I'm not sure about anybody else. There hasn't been much time to read books lately. I think Van Helsing read Nameless Cults and skimmed the Necronomicon. He's got some knowledge.
I've got some occult, but no Cthulhu.
Yeah, Van Helsing's got 17. Good.
I fail.
All right, Tom.
Yep.
But just perusing the translations, it looks like the text deals extensively with the deep ones and their deities, such as Father Dagon, Mother Hydra, and there are several passages that refer to something called Spawn of Cthulhu. There are some passages in there toward the middle of the text that describe Cthulhu's alleged sons, named Zoth Almog and Gatana Toa, as well as some descriptions, actual physical description of Great Cthulhu himself. It also goes on later in the book. It looks like it tells of the sinking of Mu, the sinking of Raleigh, and several passages and even poems, things like that in the book that seem to hint of a time when Raleigh will again rise from the deep, and much of the same stuff that seems to have been put into the Necronomicon that Al-Hazred had put into copied. Apparently he had access to this book at one time. And also, towards the end of the book, it describes a being called Siaga, the thing that waits in darkness. Briefly discusses that. But I can give you an example of one of the passages.
They're major tomes of the library, man.
It says, quote, "By all the depths of Iha and Nitele and the dwellers thereof, for the one over all, by sign of Kish and all who obey it for its author, by the door to Ye, Y-E-H, it's odd, the door, yea, and all who use it, who have gone before and who shall come after, for him to whom it leadeth, by him who is to come." And then there's this kind of gibberish in Latin that's like Finglui, McGlaw, Naf, Cthulhu, Walehi, Wog, Noggle, Hagen. Also, some of those words are recognized from the Necronomicon. So, in order to glean any more information or benefit from the book, you'd have to actually sit down and skim it.
That would probably. How long would that take? Do you have an estimate?
Yeah, usually for these types of books, I would require more. But since there are some translations written in a shorter period of time, I would say 2d6 days. Skim it. So if you decide you want to skim it, that's going to preclude anyone else from skimming it at the same time. Kind of a personal thing. Yeah, Tom, you could skim it in 7 days.
Okay.
Which
So
seems like a lifetime at this point.
It does. Somebody else try it.
Yeah, but whoever decides to skim it, it's going only one person.
Oh, okay.
We have a serious collection of books now.
Yes, we do.
The most serious ever of any group in Call of Cthulhu, probably, or at least any group that's played through this campaign.
Yeah, I never remember having this many books. Having too many books, I've never had that problem.
Well, it's been a kind of a long campaign too, Tom. Required over the course of 7 or 8 months now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you've done well. Fighting the Silver Twilight. You stole all their books, at least a lot of their best ones, anyway.
And we burned down their.
Probably don't know how to actually raise it now.
Then we send a haunting horror to steal a bunch of them for us.
Yeah.
Actually, you had sent a Bayaki, stars.
Hmm.
They arrived all icy from space, and you were like, "Go steal Carl Stanford books," and they went and they stole it for you.
I remember that. That was great.
When you bound that demon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
When it stole Nameless Cults, I think, in the library in the upper floor. So yeah.
When we were in there, when we were actually in the, in the lodge, we found that secret.
Underneath the lodge, you found a reading room or a study down there in the caves. There was a bookshelf full of books, but there weren't any really good books. And I think it was you, Lee, who decided,
Jacob. It was Jacob.
Jacob decided to just take the bookshelf apart, and lo and behold, underneath the bottom shelf in a compartment was a Latin or a Greek version of the Necronomicon, which thought to not even exist. Come to find out.
That's right.
So you guys have a Greek version and a Latin version. Necronomicon.
That's where we found Peanut. That's where we found Peanut in the pit.
That's right. Right in the next room there. There she was. So anyway, we're getting close to the end of the session, so we're just going to do a dramatic cliffhanger here.
Okay.
But I think before we do that, let's do skill checks and some luck rolls. Any skills that you have checked, go ahead and roll a percentile for. You need to fail that roll to increase that skill by 1d10. And also roll for your luck. You need to fail your luck roll to increase that by 1d10.
Wait, what happens when I fumble?
You fail.
You actually get to roll
1
to 10 and increase the skill.
Right. So the higher your skill level, the harder it is to fail. So in turn, it's harder to increase. The higher.
So
you get.
1d10.
1d10. I'm actually considering on luck rolls for increases to just go to 10 to fail. That was suggested for the pulp rules. Maybe some alternate rule to allow you guys to get more luck back at once. But
So that was a dodge. No, that's not dodge. It was climbing. So it's going to be 60.
Awesome.
Good, man.
Is there a skill for bleeding profusely from your eardrums?
Oh!
Hold on, let me look it up. Yeah, now some sessions, like Johnny, I can see what you're saying. Like Johnny really didn't have a chance to do much this session. Although Johnny, you did kill a deep one single-handedly.
I guess I did do that, didn't I?
With that bayonet. Oh yeah, you killed it, and then his buddy came up and smashed you, broke your freaking ribs.
Man, I almost got that second one, man. So close.
Yep. But no fear on his part. I'll tell you, he stood toe to toe with those monsters.
He's a soldier, man.
My sword has increased by 5.
The bayonet charge is awesome.
Ah! Ow!
Uh-oh. That's English. Wait a minute. Oh, you have 15 English? Okay. Well, at least you speak English. Good.
That's awesome.
And don't forget to roll your luck too, guys. If you haven't rolled that, you increase your luck if you fail your luck roll.
Ah!
Oh, you roll luck too the same way?
Yep. No, that's the way you get luck back.
What about hit points and magic points?
You get back 1 hit point per day. You get back 1 magic point per hour. So I think that would put you at full magic by now, Tom.
Okay.
The day hasn't passed. The day hasn't passed, so there's no point gain. Yeah, we'll do sanity here.
Cool. And then you could do it with a.
Let me refer to the author's recommendation.
And the wield is increased by 7.
So if Johnny was tearing up these deep ones, does that mean he could increase his fight?
Yeah, any skill that you succeeded on with a roll, you should have checked to give you an opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So definitely roll for 5 rolls.
Yeah. What do we roll? Is it D10?
Yeah,
D10 if we fail? Okay.
Yeah, like I said, to a straight 10 points time, but we'll just, that might be pulp. I'm not sure yet.
10! Let's go.
Boom!
There we go.
Ba-boom.
Roll is 50.
There we go.
Yeah. Nice.
Take a shot.
Oh my, I didn't even realize my first aid is 60.
All right, you guys, for destroying the monolith of Cthulhu, everybody gains 1d8 sanity points.
All right, let's
roll good.
roll here. Oh wow, look at that.
Bear is on fire. Usually.
Oh.
There you go. You can go above your starting, so just add that whatever that score is to your sanity.
The doctor had a tough time. He has gotten a tough time shaking it off. It's like,
Same with Alusha.
I started thinking about what a nice monocle that you would have made above my eye.
Yeah.
Or I could,
This is crystal, man.
Yeah.
I could put it in my eye socket, remove my eye, and use that as like in my eye at all times. Like Cyclops.
Do you have like a glass eye?
I could. I could
feel
pop it
very
out if
good
I had
about
to.
what they did, man.
I know a good plastic surgeon that could help.
All right, you guys. So that evening, sun goes down, and you guys are spending the evening inside the military enclosure. Let's look at the map. Close-in map. This is a map of the village area and the military enclosure. And that evening, at about 9 o'clock, after the sun goes down, one of the guards rushing into the office and says something to Captain Pereira in Spanish. Captain Pereira tells you, he says, my men have spotted some light to the east off the island. Let's go take a look. So he leads you guys out, and there's this watchtower nearby. And he tells you guys, he wants you guys to come up to the watchtower with him. So you're standing up in the watchtower, and indeed you can see these orange, red, white lights out in the ocean, and you realize almost immediately that that direction, that's straight out from the village, that's the direction of the Esmeralda. Your ship is anchored out there. It looks like that's where the lights are coming from. And as you're watching it, you begin to realize that it looks like fire.
Oh no.
I shoot the flare to signal them.
I get my binoculars out, see if I can see anything.
Oh, you see something.
We see gunfire.
Well, you see an explosion. Boom! This big fireball out there. It looks like there's been an explosion on the Esmeralda. Not a few minutes pass, and you guys are like all kind of like, gulp, like what the hell is going on? Everybody give me a spot hidden. Why not? We get some rolls.
Stuart Devlin doesn't have the what roll?
Well, Stuart's out there in the ship.
You said spot hidden.
Yeah, spot hidden.
Where am I?
We're in a watchtower within the military enclosure, looking out into the ocean towards your ship that's anchored out there. It looks like there was a big explosion out there.
Got it.
Binoculars.
I heard the explosion part. Why can I not find?
All right, so Van Helsing succeeded.
Yep.
And
Hold on. Sorry, how do I get to the character sheet again if I don't double click?
if in the top right, Stuart, there's the journal tab. It's like the third one over. Click on the little.
There it is.
It's like a
okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
and they're all listed
There
right there. You just
spot hidden, right? Okay. Do we go?
all right. If you made that roll, go ahead and check it. So I'm gonna Jean-Luc, you got the extreme success. So before you know it, okay, everybody's looking through the binoculars, and those without binoculars are looking. You can see there's fire out there now. It looks like the ship is on fire out there. It's about 4 or 5 miles offshore where it's anchored.
You know we have our blimp over there.
Yeah. You guys have a skiff, on the beach by the village that you've rowed into the island on. Jean-Luc, you see something. You see some movement over by the beach where the village kind of meets the beach.
Right.
And you see like white, as if something is like creating waves and ripples in the water. And you see underneath the water, moving up towards the beach, this dark shape that's gigantic. It's like bigger than a whale.
Oh shit!
Man, I'm like, there, abomination.
All right, so all the binoculars kind of turn, and you're looking towards the beach.
Run away.
And you
Run
see like
to Highland.
8-foot high waves start coming in onto the beach.
Run to the Highland.
And then emerging from the water, you see about a 8-story tall humanoid octopoid looking creature that looks strikingly similar to what Great Cthulhu is described as in the statue that you guys recently saw. This thing, it's about 8 stories tall, and it comes lumbering up out of the water. And you can see its hind legs are kind of like a frog's. They're folded up underneath its body.
It's Cthulhu's son.
And it has these kind of vestigial arms, almost like a T-Rex kind of looking thing. But its head is gigantic. It has these huge black eyes and tentacles coming out of coming out of its head.
I snap a picture.
Yeah, take a picture, man.
In a moment.
I'm still blind.
Oh yeah, we can't see.
Second.
We're describing it to you. It's 8 stories tall.
Right. Johnny's like, what? What's going on? What?
Tentacles.
An octopus? What?
Be glad you can't see this.
But yeah, it's a gigantic octopoid-looking creature. It's kind of like an octopus with legs, but they're like frog legs. And you see it leap, from the waves that are lapping in on the beach. It leaps towards the village, takes this gigantic, like 80-foot leap, and then its second leap lands it directly into the village. And you see the tentacles from its face and head begin, swirling around. And you can see the tentacles are picking up villagers and throwing them, 100 yards away. And you start to hear the screams, the high-pitched screams, of women and men in the village. And that's where we're going to end the session.
I'm still blind.
Yes, Aloysia also is like, wait, what's going on?
Well, it's been
What
good.
is this?
And Pereira turns to you and says, we need to go.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Surprise!
Run.
Run away! Wait, hold on.
All right, gentlemen, your timing was impeccable tonight.
Hold on.
Got there, got the job done, got back to the village, military enclosure, and now next.
That's not good.
But at least you got some information on the book as well. So just to put things into perspective here, it would be the night of the 19th. The O'Higgins is supposed to arrive 21st, and apparently there's something wrong with the Esmeralda. There's something going on out there.
Where's our blimp?
You can still see it burning out there.
Where's our blimp?
Say again?
Where is our blimp?
I'm getting some background noise. Is that?
Yeah.
Say that again, Sam?
Where's our blimp?
It was tethered to the boat.
Of America. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
It was probably the cause of it.
Yep, it's tethered to the boat. It's anchored to the boat, so it's aloft. You've been keeping it aloft, So hopefully, whatever happened, hopefully Devlin was able to get out of there with the Zeppelin. Yeah, we shall see. All right, so until next week.
How many days to the second wave?
We're looking at a little less than 2 weeks, about 10 days, best guess. They planned on doing the same thing you guys did, essentially, coming by ship. So they should be on their way by now.
We might be able to skim the book by then. If we survive.
Survive. All right, so you guys have a week to figure out how to deal with the star spawn of Cthulhu.
All right.
All right, I'm just gonna play this.
All right.
Definitely good game.
Yep. Good game,
Oh,
fellas.
awesome.
It
Thank
was
you,
good.
guys.
It was good, guys.
Oh,
nice,
so
nice gameplay, everyone.
yeah, that was a really good session. You guys did good. And Johnny, sorry about the maybe next time you'll think, well, maybe I shouldn't just rush in there with the bayonet, but I'm not saying it was your fault. Man, shit
It'd
happens.
been good if he missed. If he hadn't missed, that would have been epic.
Yeah, dude.
The whole hit point thing in Call of Cthulhu, classic Call of Cthulhu, like we're playing bitch, it's like that hit point thing. Sometimes one hit is all it takes. So with that said, in the near future, we're going to do some Western games, play in the Old West. We're all gonna have pulp characters. So the main thing about pulp characters is they have double the hit points that a normal investigator would have. So it should take at least 2 hits to kill you.
Well,
and you'll
then,
also
if we're doing the Old West, I already know my character.
and you'll also have access
I'll
to
be
special
Tonto.
abilities. Almost like kind of minor superpower kind of shit that you use luck points to trigger. Something simple like, you're strong, so you get bonus dice on strength checks. If you spend 10 luck or something like that. Minor.
I'm really looking forward to the Western scenario. It's going to be fun.
I got a lot of thinking up to do for characters. I kind of like the Tonto idea,
I'll be like
If I'm gonna be the crazy Indian guy, though, I gotta have double pistols, man. I know that doesn't fit at all, but there's no way I'm going for that.
Yeah, guys, actually, I'm going to drag up to the top of the journal tab here. Where'd it go? It's called Down Darker Trails. You can click into this menu here. You should see it at the top of your journal tab now. If you click into there, you can look at some PDFs that I put in Dropbox for Old West occupations. It's like good bathroom reading. Take your laptop into the bathroom and
one of us has to be Sheriff Woody.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can take a look at that stuff. There's also just a kind of what the character sheet looks like. It's not really too much different. But the Old West occupations are... My goodness. The Old West occupations are pretty cool, so take a look at them. So we'll be starting that, probably... I figure we have 3, 4, maybe 5 sessions left in the Shadows of Yog-Sothoth. Then we'll move on to something different for a while.
Okay.
Sounds good, man.
All right, man.
Good game,
Awesome.
guys.
See you guys next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.